So welcome back to the 8 Ball Elite League. I have just talked it through all the formats and you saw the clips go up, but the mic wasn't on. So that's the first comical error of the night. So straight away we have teething issues, as they do. Oh, and they have started, because I did tell them we were ready to start. So first match tonight for Dishes Ladies, we've got Megan Proctor. Believe she's number 2 now on the Ultimate because on the weekend I think Marriott and Jude's dropped off the tour, which has bumped Megan up a spot. I'm pleased to be joined in the commentary box. Same as week 1, we had Lee Whitfield quickfire. Pass over to you. How are you, mate?
Yeah, all good, thank you, mate. Looking forward to this one. Should be quite an interesting game. So a bit of a really interested to see how the ladies go in this match. I hope they do well. Obviously got a tough game here. The players' side is quite a strong team, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. This first match is Megan against Alex Bailey. So Alex has played on the shot clock before. I think he did a Monday night, but Megan will be much more used to playing at this 30 seconds than the 15 seconds post the first 15 minutes. So
Yeah, so I'll quickly, as we're watching the first frame, talk through the format. Like I said, I did go through it, but yeah, teething issues. I didn't turn the mic on. Um, yeah, six sets is made up of the match. 20 minutes each set. We've got 4 singles with every player playing 1 singles, and then 2 doubles matches, with the last doubles match of the night being double points. So it's a point per frame plus then a point bonus if you win a set. So game week 1 was my team, LSP. We beat Dishes Men 19-13, but it did go down to near enough the last few frames of the night, didn't it?
yeah, looked a little, the score itself looked a bit flattering at the end. Was quite close all the way through. I think that double points at the end for the last doubles match sort of made it look more comfortable than it actually was. Just for the guys on the comments, if you can hear us okay, just let us know. Kieran, good to see you on mate, and hello. I know you'll be playing my team later on. I think it's next Sunday, I think, or something like that. So be interested to see that game. Yeah, it looks like Megan's sort of started to go for a finish here and just sort of fallen in a bit of an awkward position. Um, she's going to struggle now to get out for me. I'm sure Alex will be looking at this now, expecting to get a go. Can't really see how she gets through this gap here. Yeah, she made good contact, but it's going to give Alex a go at these now. The only good thing is she didn't move the one away from the middle because that gives her a bit of a starter if Alex does fall down here.
So this is our first stream. We got it kind of how I wanted, but we just kind of got a bit of teething issues. You will notice a few delays on some of them, but we're going to work through it. But I think generally we got some good camera views from the front, side, and top. Do you think you'll play yellow off the red here to open up?
Not sure. I think he's going to take one into the middle. I don't know if he'll even popping that into the middle. So you maybe want to move it away from the middle bag to so if Megan does get back to the table, she hasn't got an easy starter. Soon see after this one. Yeah, he's played your shot. Just hasn't quite played it hard enough, or maybe not thick enough. So hasn't moved it away from the bag. I'm not sure if those 2 yellows actually the outside one that on the right goes into the top bag. If it does, he'll just continue to go here. Ooh, he's missed that. Good chance now. Good chance now.
Yeah, I think when he was looking to play the ball off ball in the middle, I think it's a bit of security knocking the 2 balls safe if you did get them kind of together. Like you said, that the left and yellow, the 2 would have gone to the middle and kind of the finish was on, but he's left Megan right in here to take the first frame of the match.
Yeah, just over. Again, gives Alex a good chance now. Those 2 yellows now definitely don't go anywhere, so he needs to do something here to open them up. I'm not sure if they're a plant into the middle bag. I don't think they are. If you can go over the side, so he's got a shot to play here. He may be just trying to play the skill shot now. I don't think he can do the turnover shot in any way, but he can certainly play the skill shot. Yeah, I think he's definitely played that to play it this way. Oh, wow. not quite sure what he tried there, to be honest. He obviously tried to play a skill shot, but I don't think I would have been trying to pot the one in the middle. I might have been trying to screw it past it so she couldn't plus in the middle after. Try to get down to the bottom of the bottom cushion here, but another good chance for Megan here. I think she needs this one on the board. She's had a couple of chances now in this frame. Oh no. Oh no, Alex will be relieved there to get another go at these. Sure now he's going to take these 3 balls in the blackout. Yeah, he's got rid of that one now, so he can go up now, clear the 2 at the top, then come back down for the black. Just landed a bit awkward on that left-hand one there near the middle, so he's taking the outside one. Yeah, he's played that one well. Yeah, big frame for Megan that. She'll be disappointed there that she hasn't, taken those couple of chances that she's had. I'm sure Alex will be over the moon to get this first frame on the board because it's always big to get the first frame on the board, so giving him this black, by the way. Yeah, he's in off. He's in off. Oh. So, after all that, excitement there, Megan still got over the line. Alex still needs to get that frame on the board that I spoke about just. I'm sure now Megan will be delighted to be on the board. Can you hear me now, Steve? Hopefully that's better, mate. Just let me know if you can. We're using the same mic, so I think it could be that. Maybe I'm just not holding it close enough to my mouth. It's unlike me to be quiet. So first frame. Okay, so Alex to break. If you're looking to avenge that frame loss there, he's managed to pot a ball. Oh, reds have gone okay. No real starter on yellows here, so he's going to be going reds. They're not easy. There's a little bit of work to do, but they've all got a pocket, so he's got a couple of balls he's going to have to play up the rails. Well, I can't see him going anything else other than reds here. Yeah, he's just got that one ball in the middle of the little cluster of yellows. It's probably going to take a little bit of getting on because even though it goes into the middle, probably both middles, you've got to find a gap to get onto it. So, don't know if that's going to be his plan, or he's going to try and run into it now, or he's missed it. So now you could probably just about straighten this double up, the one on the left hand side. It doesn't look like the double's on, but I think he can definitely play that and maybe screw towards the black. So, as sort of Zach mentioned earlier as well, we are on a 30-second shot clock here. So, he hasn't gone. He's just tried to tie the yellow up. And obviously after, I think it's 15 minutes, Zach, it goes to 15 seconds for the last 5 minutes. So I think one of the advantages of sort of the ladies team here is that a lot of them will have played in these kind of conditions where they play on the 30 seconds and the 15 seconds. I know in the players team there's probably only Liam who's played it to any, played it a few times. I think Alex been on the Monday night thing once, so he's done it before, but the ladies will have done this quite a bit. So maybe that'll play a part a little bit later on. I think Alex is sort of not taking the opportunity there to go. And I think the one thing the ladies will always do well is play decent safety shots. They know how to play those shots because that's sort of the way that the ladies game goes. I tend to find that a lot of the frames will go in that kind of manner. So he doesn't really want to be going tactical here against Megan because she's going to be adapted playing those kind of tactical shots. But he missed the ball and it's given Megan a good chance now. Yeah, she's got to take out these 3 at the bottom, just pick a route around them, then manage to get herself up at the top somewhere. Should be quite easy to land on those 2 balls because she'd be real unlucky not to land on one of them. You can see in the left-hand corner now, you can see the shot clock clicking down 15 seconds and so. Then there is a match clock there as well. That's for the full 20 minutes. And what will happen throughout the 20 minutes is we'll just continue to play the frames. You do get an extra point if you do win the match. So at the moment, Megan's leading 1-0. If she does go on to win the match, she'll get an additional point as well, and those points will make a big effect later on. Not sure if she's going to now try and take the one in the middle next. Just landed a little bit awkward here on these. She hasn't really got a good position on the bottom one now to go back up. But I think she may have to play it because it's going to be difficult to get back down there off these two at the top. So I think now is the time to play the shot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she played a great shot there. She can just drop the one in the middle now and then sort of leave herself a little bit of a cut on the one at the top right hand corner and then just find the gap to come back down for the black. What do you think of the tactics here then, Zach? So the lady starting with probably their star player. Do you think that was the way that you would expect them to go?
Yeah, so I've got a bit of insight because Leanne was picking the team while I was sat there. Just so you know, she was fuming. She kind of thought I was going to give them their lineup, but I'm too honest. So I was like, no, I'm not. I'm running the tournament first off. So I think they would have picked it differently if they knew the other lineup. But I think they wanted to start off strong. Megan had a really good Euros. Not so good in the team. Not so good in single side, but what a good flick that was. She's got away with it. This table is playing a bit different to what we played out in Cyprus. This one's playing a bit older. The tables have brand new cloth. This is due a recover. Just won't been away. It's not been sorted. But yeah, this black to get a 2-0 lead, and I'm not sure which way she played around where she came bottom. Tried going through the bottom right of the table, but she got a bit lucky there. But no, she did a really good week in the team. Not so good in the singles, but the team she was like top end of the stats, and they want to get off to a good start, which they have.
Yeah, she's a good player, and as you said, she's number 2 in the world at the moment, so that sort of shows how good a player she is. I think she may have been trying to miss the reds there and come round the back and take the black into the middle, and got a nice little kiss, which she usually would have been relieved to see that red past the black, so it left her a nice straight black. She's got a little bit of a smile going on there, so you can say she probably feels quite relaxed. Oh no, she said, yeah, from that view there, she couldn't get back to the block. So yeah, I think she's just managed to find a lucky kiss, I think. Yeah, it's the black that she missed in the first frame. She'd be, I'd say she would have been relieved to have come back there. I know she didn't come back to the table. I think Alex went in off the black, but she'd definitely be relieved to get that point on the board.
I think we all know they can play. They're four. Well, Rachel has dropped off this year, but the four pros who were on the Pro Tour last year, hold multiple pool titles, and both are last when we're standing champions last 2 years, Megan and Vicky Lomax. But it is still that bit of factor that you're playing ladies. I know it shouldn't be the case, but it is. There's a bit of pressure on the lads straight away.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Really good point, Zach, to add that in, because as you know, it's always difficult when you play the ladies, and it doesn't make it any easier when they're as good as these girls are. So, just great break there as well. He's got a real good chance here on reds. I think Alex will be sat in his chair now, just hoping to get a chance in this frame, because I feel like Megan's going to get these. Just a little bit unlucky there, just to be so close to the cushion. I think she can still take the one at the top, but she's going to have probably a more difficult next shot than she would have anticipated to have. Here we go. Oh, she played that really well. Yeah, back in prime position here. I think she's just got the one up the rail. That's probably the most difficult ball, but I think just needs to pick a route here, and she'll probably take that last and take the black into the middle. Yeah, she wants the middle one here, the one that's just to the left of the black. She could do with being straight on that. I think she may have just overrun it slightly. She might have to screw back now past the red if she can get that much action on the cue ball. Yeah, big shot here in this frame. Oh, The angle was really deceiving there in this comms box because it didn't look like she was anywhere near that straight on that ball. Prime position again, just got to pot this one now, run off the cushion. Take the one next to the black, then the one down the rail. There'll be a really good clearance here from Megan. Yeah, it didn't look as straight it was. I thought she was going to have to screw back.
So just dolly in for the middle pocket.
Yeah, I think can't see her not getting these now. I think she's done all making this frame. She just needs to complete these last couple of balls. It'd be a big 3-0 this is at the moment from this match. Oh, don't know how close she's got to that black there.
I think that's where I was saying all week we've been playing on newer cloths, and that would have just bit. I think that would have just bit, and she would have been on that to the bottom left easy. It would have just been a foot up the table, more to the right, and she would have been perfect there. But on this cloth, it's a bit older. But big double. They do check, so that's the issue. The check there they do on this Rasson, they hold the line. They don't slide as much.
Yeah, I think Alex will be looking now probably just to dink her up behind these two yellows, and then try and get ball in hand. Yeah, he's played that well. He's put that one on the cushion now. You can just see his hand gesture there. He wasn't happy with that ball where it went. I think that was more to do with the pace they played it at, but I think for Megan now, she'll just be looking to just try and hit this. I don't think there's really as much chance of a pot in this black. But if you hit it, it keeps you in good control of the frame. Because Alex has got a pretty messy set of balls there. Got to make sure that you hit a cushion after hitting the black. Oh, she's definitely done that. Fluked. Oh. I think Alex will be looking again just to go defensive here. Okay. Sort of expecting there to just lay a snooker, but maybe he's gonna just put this one over the hole. Maybe he's actually going. No, yeah, it makes sense to pot that ball. It's one ball off the table, and also, he's managed to put that ball near a bag now, so it gives him a start. And no matter where, if Megan doesn't pot the black, he should always have a chance that yellow to over the hole because his other balls aren't great. Yeah, she's done the right thing. She's hit it again. Oh, that yellow's gone horrible again. It gives Alex another good chance here, probably to move both these yellows off the cushion. But there is more jeopardy now because there's more chance of Megan potting that black if she comes off the cushion and hits it. Maybe he's gonna go. I think I'd be looking to play that one up the rail now with a little bit of a plan to leave this one here. I mean, it's going to be the same result, but I think I would have preferred to have that ball over the hole down here.
He just had a bit of a free go, didn't he, where the black is. Presume the yellow goes to the top left, but I'll see if we can see on the overhead if it updates. It doesn't look like it does actually, does it? So it would have been a free go if he had got onto the one to the middle left pocket and then dropped in for the one down the rail, but he's left a chance here, especially how big these pockets play. And the bag's good here. Just caught it too thin.
That's okay.
It's keeping the pressure on, isn't it? And let's see, it's not updated yet. As I can say, teething issues, we're going to get there, but he's played a good shot there.
Yeah, that's a nice confidence booster there for Alex. Played a really good shot. Because he was awkward there where Megan had left him. Doesn't want to be straight on this. Yeah, it's a bit short there. He probably needed to be sort of halfway between where he is and the middle bag. That would have been perfect. He's now got to chop this one in. I'm not sure he's got much control over where the white's going to go. Yeah.
See, it was the shot before there. He just needed to take that moment, make sure that he got on that yellow. The only thing you can't do there is just be short. You can over it to be long, just don't ever be short.
Can't see fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some really good camera angles. I'm really happy with the camera angles, but we have got some teething issues with the splits when it's swapping over. When it's swapping over to a different camera angle, it is delaying, so it's something to work on. But we'll try and stick to one unless we know it's going to work, so it's not too bad a viewing. But it's weird because it's updated there.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a lag that we've got at the moment. But that, like I say, we'll get that stuff sorted, so it's not going to be an issue moving forward. It's just a bit of a problem we have at the moment. Big break there from Alex. Reds have gone nice. Got a good chance here. Needs to get a point on the board here for the players lot. Yeah, he's played a good shot there.
There's a lot of pressure on here because at the moment, I know it's showing 3-0 on the scoreboard, but with the probably guaranteed the point now into the last few minutes of the game. Is actually 4-0 at the moment with the bonus point, and it's a big lead to start off with, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you think about the last game, I know it was probably a closer game on paper to a degree. There was most games are sort of 2-1, 2-1, 2 each. There wasn't much in it. There weren't many games that went sort of 3 or 4 to one individual person. So this one is quite a big result. Well, maybe a big result.
This is a chance for 4-0, which would be 5-0 on the scoreboard going into the second match, and it's a good lead for the ladies.
Yeah, it is. Like I say, all it takes is for one of those other matches just a frame to go messy and 10 minutes be lost on one frame, and it's a big chunk of that match clock gone. So if they can take this 4 or 5-0 lead here, that could really, pose problems for the players, guys, later on. But the way that you've done this is that gives them that chance in that last doubles game with it being double points. No matter how many points you're behind in that last game, you always feel like you've got a squeak or a chance to come back into it. They're definitely in the last 5 minutes because we're into the 15-second shot clock. So you'll see now that Megan will be playing a lot quicker. Maybe that's what Alex, probably isn't used to. And maybe that shot he missed last frame was because of that 15-second shot clock.
No, definitely. So I think there's probably about a minute something left. I think I think she's just pacing this out, using her time well. She has got a lot of experience on the match clock. I know from herself, like when I speak to her, she doesn't think she's the most best on the match clock. She doesn't bring her best game up, but she's definitely shown her experience here. And she's probably leaving it here where she'll probably have the last proper visit. You might have enough time left here to have a quick run around the table, but I think she's paced this well. And she can have a free go at these two, I think.
Yeah, I think obviously, as you say, Megan's been used to playing on this 15-second shot clock. She took her extension out at a good time as well to use the full 30 seconds. And the way that when Alex missed his ball, he's literally just, put all of his reds safe, so he hasn't really got much of a shot here. Oh, he's had a swipe at it. There's obviously not long left because he's running around. Oh, there we go. That was it. That was the clock. Right. So, Ian, I'll just explain the point system then. So, you get 1 point per frame. So every frame you play, if you win a frame, you get a point. If you win the match, you get an additional point. So in this scenario here, Megan won the match 4-0 and got an additional point. So she 4-0, 4-0, yeah, 4-0, and she got an additional point. 5-0 with the point, wasn't it? Oh yeah, so she won 3 frames, so she gets 3 points plus a point for the win. So she gets 4 points, and obviously players didn't win a frame, so they get 0 points. If they don't win a frame, they just have 1 point on the board. So the 6 sets that they play.
So yeah, we'll take a quick break in between the set. Right, so we're back for match two. And match two, we have got Vicky Lomax reigning last woman standing. And I never pronounce his name right, so I'll leave it to you.
Carl Huff, call him Chuff. So yeah, tough game for Carl. You know, coming in now on the back of that 4-0 defeat there to Alex. Big pressure on this game, and Vicky's not somebody you can take lightly. So I think the players' boys will be looking to get a frame on the board as quickly as possible. You know, as you say, Vicky, an accomplished player, current, last woman standing. Been playing for international pool for many years for England. She's now Northern Ireland. You know, she's a very accomplished player.
She had a great run last week or this week just gone at the European Championships, reaching the semi-finals, only losing out to the eventual winner, Emma Cunningham. She actually beat Leanne in the semis, her teammate, and they had a really good tournament. They actually won the team event as well. I think the only match they lost all week, just to drop it in there, was against Wales.
Yeah, and she played a great shot there. That plant was a really good shot. It's opened up the other red that was close to it. She's probably got a shot to play to try and get on that one that's nearest to the rail. And she's going to try and do that now, I think, if she can sort of jack over this and try and pump it in with a little bit of right hand side and get over. Or she may look to come down here and play this one next.
I would like to say she's chasing the finish because her team are 4-0 up, but I think she plays like this anyway. So we're going to see some attacking pool here. Tad unlucky. I'm not sure how close. Let's brave it and see if we can see on the overhead. No, we're on an old view. I was hoping to see how close we was to it. But I don't think this red goes to the bottom right, but we did get deceived. Deceived.
Oh, she's really unlucky there. But I think if she did need to play that harder, she would have been off. So, covering that bag sort of gives, again, Chuff something to think about here. He's certainly going to be chasing this finish. Then there's many safe places on the table. Here we go. Yeah, good first pot. There'll be some pressure out there. I think we mentioned it earlier about with playing the ladies. It always adds that a little bit of extra spice. So I think he's probably going to feel into a little bit, and he'd be happy to try and get a frame on the board. These yellows are gettable. They all go. The only problem he might have is those two yellows on the right hand side. I know the left hand one definitely goes in the middle, but the other one may go in maybe at dead weight. He might be trying to move it now. I think he might have to double the one that's on the right hand side here. I'm not sure he's got the angle here to get back onto it. He'll definitely be removing the one on the left hand side of the two in this shot. So he's got a couple of options here. He can either run it in if he's got an angle to come past it and take one of the yellows in the bottom left hand bag. Or if he can just stun out, he might play on the double. Oh, okay, he's coming down. Then going to have to go back up. You can see that shot clock clicking away in the background. I think, again, that definitely played a part there. Oh, he's had a result. He's had a result there. You can see that clicking away there. It got to like 2 seconds when he struck the ball. As I said earlier, I think there'll probably be a few occasions tonight where the players' boys get caught out on that shot clock. He hasn't really left a shot here. The only bad news is he's put another yellow up close to that red over the hole, and he's also put that yellow that was close to the cushion onto the cushion. Oh, so he's just going to play the loss of turn now and leave Vicky snookered on the right hand side cushion. She's going to have a shot to come off and maybe try and pot it off 2 rails, but again, Chuff will be relieved there that she potted that yellow and left him up there to be able to play this shot. What he wouldn't have wanted was that red to go up past the middle bag, which may not have left him or allowed him to play that shot. I do think Vicky will hit this, but again, you do need to hit a cushion after, so if she hits the right-hand cushion, which was the danger, that yellow mustn't have been touching the cushion, so she managed to get away with that. I think Chuff will probably go here. He's got a big bag in the top right-hand corner. Oh, it's awkward. It's gone awkward because he's sort of off straight on this now. He would have wanted to be the other side of that yellow so he could stun across. It's a little bit awkward now. He doesn't really want to move the one over the top bag because that gives him a free go with that one up the rail, really. He may have to play it now. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Doesn't want to clip the yellow onto the rail here in playing this shot and not end up on the other one. Oh, he's played it well. He played it with a lot of left-hand side there to make sure he was going to be on this yellow. Just needs to find a spot now. He'll probably stun down, head towards the middle bag and leave the yellow into the other middle. Oh, I think he's going to run it in and take it into the corner. Oh, he's played that really hard. Okay, so He's on it. He's just got to cue a ball now. I think he'll probably look to stun this so he doesn't leave Vicky on the red if he was to miss it. Yeah, he's played a good shot. Took those out well in the end. They got sort of difficult halfway through, but he's managed to get a point on the board for the players lot. So I'm sure they'll be relieved. Little fist pump over there. So Matt, there is a schedule of games. I think there is a game on next Sunday, but there will be other games that sort of happen as well because there's 8 teams in it, so there's 4 games per month. They aren't all scheduled on a Sunday, but there will be a schedule put up by Zach. I'll get him to put the games in the chat again so people can see them at least on the page, the 8-Ball Elite League page. We'll get him put them on there so people can see when the games are. I know there's definitely a game next Sunday. Okay, so Vicky's break. Let's see how this goes. No one's adopted the cup break yet, which I'm surprised about because golden breaks and golden ducks are in play. So nobody's looked to do that. She has managed to pot a ball, but she's landed a little bit smelly here. She's probably going to have to play the plant into the middle. And if she does, the one thing she will be doing is going. Oh no, she's missed the plant. So I think it looks like Chuff will probably go reds here just because those 2 reds on the right hand side a bit more easier to get out than that yellow that's there. There isn't really a breakout ball, but you can definitely play the plant on those 2. I don't think he'll be playing it now. I think he'll be playing the one next to the black. But he has got a way of getting to those 2 reds where that yellow is in a really poor position. Oh, so he's over. Understunned that there. He wanted to stun sort of closer to the yellow, so he came across straight towards the black as opposed to below it. He might be able to still see it, and if he can, he could get those balls out at the top here if he clips it in thin. Yeah, I didn't think he was on that. He's played a good shot. He still might have to play a plant. Not sure how. It looks quite straight on this one. Yeah, John, I think there's a few teething problems that we're gonna go through. So there's a couple of things we need to change. So there's quite a few camera angles that you can go to. So there's a side camera and overhead camera, but there's a little bit of lagging with them at the moment. So once that's sorted, it'll be able to give us more. Oh, he's missed that. I think he was just stretching there. I think he was just worried about catching that yellow on the side rail. Table's playing lovely. I played on it a few times. It's really nice. So it should adapt itself some decent games as we start moving forward in the league and everyone starts playing each other. Evening, Rob. Yeah, first game up was Alex Bailey against Megan Proctor. Megan came out a 3-0 winner and also got the bonus point for winning the match, so was 4-0 up. And then Chuffs just won the first frame here against Vicky. I think from the ladies' side they won't mind me saying I think Megan and Vicky are probably the two better players. So they've started with the strongest, and I think players probably put Liam on last, and Liam's probably the strongest player for players. So sort of a bit of a different approach by each team. Potted a good ball there. Just could have done with being a little bit straighter on this so she could run through and take the one into the top bag next, but now she's going to have to cue one here. She needs to get close to straight on this yellow and definitely away from the cushion. Yeah, she's missed the pot. I don't think missing the pot there is the end of the world. I don't think she's left a pot for Chuff unless he can pot that one that's closest to bag. Can't really see from the camera angle that we've got here as to whether he's on that or not. And if he isn't, he's got a shot to play here because where these yellows are, you expect Vicky to be getting him next go. Might be trying to double the red down. Or just trying to drop it in behind the other red. Yeah, he's tried to double it down. He's had a result here, I think. Yeah. It's good news, bad news there, because he could have left her on the one next to the red, which would have been, curtains for this frame. I think she's got to probably play the one over the hole now. I can't really see the gap between that yellow and the white. I don't think she can take the one at the top. I don't think she's going to queue over to pop the one past the black, so the one over the bag. But it's so far in the bag, it just becomes awkward. She needs a big bounce. Yeah, she's on it, but not probably as she anticipated. I don't know if she can pop this one in now with quite a bit of screw and avoid the middle bag. I think these tables, they're so grippy. You can play those kind of shots that you can't always play on other cloths. Oh, she's going in the other bag, past the red. Yeah, she's made the pop, but sort of lost the white a little bit. She's now got another cut past the black, but really, you've got to watch where the white is here, because the white's going to be close to that middle bag. She's going to have to put some screw on this, which makes the pot quite a bit harder. I know. See, I just don't think that shot was on. I think if she pots that, I think she goes in off the middle bag. She missed it by such a distance. That's why the in-off didn't look likely, but I'm pretty convinced that if she just potted out, she would have gone straight in the middle bag. Chuff will be relieved here to get back to the frame. He's had a couple of little bits of luck in this match, in this frame. Just needs to find one good pot now. Wasn't looking to cannon the black there, but still got a shot, still got a chance. It's a good single ball pot as well, Chuff. Yeah, commentator cursed. I've absolutely cursed him. Sorry, Chuff. Okay, so he's got the snooker, but I think Vicky can just swerve around this black a little bit. But they both had a couple of goes in this frame. Yeah, it was a good effort. That it was a tough shot that Chuff left her. Again, nothing easy here. Wouldn't surprise me to see Chuff play a bit of a containing safety shot here. Maybe try and get the snooker, play the one that's just below the brown spot on the snooker table, and cannon into the one over the hole and leave a snookered.
He's got 8 minutes left on the clock. I think he's looking at safety. Doesn't want to leave the gap, which he might have here.
Yeah, I'm not sure she can pot it clean. She might just have to swerve it a little bit. I think Vicky was giving her a bit of a rub down there for playing safeties on it. So I think there'll be a little bit of banter out there as well in this match. Oh, she had a good effort there. Again, she's not left nothing particularly easy. You know, you expect Chuff to get close to this, or you know, you expect him to pot this. But again, I don't think he's going to leave Vicky too much if he does miss it. So it just takes the pressure off quite a bit. He's missed it again. Okay, so now on these pockets, sort of half fancy Vicky for this. If she gets this close at the right pace, it's got a good chance of getting this frame. Should be chuffed to win this frame. Hold your breath. Oh, I think it was just the pace. Again, she sort of just landed a little bit awkward again. He's got the one over the hole, but he's got to find a positional shot for his next ball. I don't think he can hold that one from the middle, but it might be close to holding it, Luke's. Yeah, so just I think he's just run past that. He's just run past far enough. Still got to play a shot though. Still got to play a shot.
It's just a tad nervy, isn't it? So I think they know it's a big frame. It's either 2-0 in this set or 1-1, and being 4-1 down. If you draw the set, you're still quite a bit behind, aren't you?
Yeah, he's played a good shot there. He's played a couple of big shots in these two frames that we've seen here. He pots a good couple of balls in the last finish. I'm probably looking for the same here, but you're right, Zach. I think if he gets this 2, suddenly that bonus point you get for winning. There's probably about 5 minutes left on the match clock, roughly. So quite a big black this one. He's missed a couple of pots in this frame, but I expect him to get this. Yeah, cued it well. So 2-0 could be returning the favour here if he wins this next frame. That will put us all level. There's probably enough time for definitely one frame and maybe 2. Probably some similar sort of pace to the last match. The last match got to 3 frames. They both had to go in the 4th frame, and this one's looking time-wise about the same. Very similar to the first match with yourselves, Zach, and the other dishes side. Similar sort of pace the first few matches. I think they were sort of like 2-1, 2 each, 2 each. So sort of 3 or 4 frames being played in the 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think the only match in our opener was I think Zach Cooper beating Nick Wilshaw 4-1. That was the most frames played in the set. All the rest, I think, were either 3 or 4 frames. So Kind of a big one, the 4-0 lead, especially if they can nip and tuck each set. Kind of stay with that, but with the bonus point, if it stayed like this, it is 4-3 going into the third set. But I think we might see a few more frames on the board here with about 6 minutes left on the match clock.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, Zach just said there golden breaks in play, but nobody's adopted the cut break yet. Everybody's hit the front ball, which I was surprised about. I thought at least I don't really know what the cut breaks are like for these guys. I'm not sure how much they're utilised or used in their normal day-to-day pool. I don't think Chuff, he's got a big break, so he would always hit the front ball. In the last game, Alex pretty much hit the front ball. I've seen Alex do the cut break before though, so I know he can use it. Liam will definitely hit the front ball, so we know that's going to be a fact. I'm not sure about Dan. I've seen Dan use the cut break, so maybe Dan will be the one that gets the black ball moving and a chance of that golden break.
No, definitely. I think we'll see plenty come the league overall, but none yet, as you said. But she's got a great chance here, and these don't map too bad. I think just making sure she nearly dropped the chalk there. She's got a habit of doing that. So I think really.
So I think probably now just going to drop this one in, maybe take the red back in the other middle bag. So the black's awkward enough. It goes into the bottom right-hand corner. So I would have wanted to leave this one as my last ball, the one she's playing now. Would have tried to get rid of those two at the middle. As long as she needs to get past straight here, I think she's going to be okay.
So it's just judging this. You don't want to get into this too much. I think she'll be okay, like I said in the first match. Table play a bit slower than what they've been used to all week, but she judged that well. And this black for 2-1 in the set, which takes it 5-2 overall.
So I can't see exactly how long's left on the clock, but I would imagine it's probably about 3 minutes or so. So enough time for one more frame. It'd be a massive frame this one, because if you think about it, it's worth 2 frames if Vicky was to win this, because he takes away that point victory for Chuff as well. So it's quite a big frame, this one. Chuff needs to defend that shot clock now and make sure he doesn't lose it. It's not as important to win it, but if you can win it, you want to. But by not winning it and not allowing Vicky to win it, he gains an extra point. So that's the main thing here.
Yeah, like you said, it's basically a 2-pointer for Vicky this frame. So it's a big one in the match. It will, like you said, restrict that frame, that bonus point frame for players, but then also add one to the board for Vicky. And talking about those golden breaks, you never know here. Well, the black doesn't move at all. But it's a big break, and after reverse dish in the last frame, should be fancying these reds.
Yeah, massive break there. I think there was always that talk about the ladies not having big breaks, but you can't really say that too much after seeing that one. She caught those really well. The red at the bottom is probably one she'll look to target early. I think she tried to come past that there, maybe come down and play it. She could even be on it now. If she is on it now, she should really be playing it. I think she's just got a side set on, potting these few at the top and then trying to come down. It's not in a great place. It looks like it's okay, but it's blocked off by the black, and that black will play big. Let's see here. She needs to come out. Yeah, that's okay. Probably come a bit too far, but maybe chop this in now and try and play the other one back into the same bag. Nothing for short on this one. Needs to get over. Oh, yes, she's got it. Played a great shot. That is absolutely ball in hand perfect.
It's like you said when we were talking about earlier in the frame, it's all about this key ball now. And to be fair, it's not too bad. If you can get left-hand side of the blue spot, then it will bring her around nicely for the black. She might be just taking a medicine here. We don't know how long's left on the clock. If she can time this well, she might be not leaving enough time for a counter clearance. If that is the case, I would fancy just dropping this in and leaving it. And it's naturally coming around if played at the right pace.
I think she's in off. Yeah, she gave you the point. Just interesting there that Vicky, took her extension and sort of played the shot quite quickly straight after. She didn't let the time sort of rock down. So I think just going to punish her now for Yeah, he's just going to play the snooker here and sort of just run this clock out now.
I think this might be. We don't know how long's left on the clock, but I don't think there's long left at all. So I don't know whether it's a bit of not experience there from him, because I don't know if he's got enough time to take these out now. She didn't hit it, did he? Yeah, I think he's forgot he's got ball in hand here. That's going on the highlight reel, and he's left a chance. So I don't know how long's left.
She could pot this and maybe even get into the black, but certainly she'd have a shot if she manages to pot the red. Really can't be long left here because they're playing these shots really quickly. I know 15 seconds into a long amount of time anyway. So I think Chuff will be looking to pot some balls here and just try and keep control of the frame. He's pushed that yellow over that left-hand side, and it's didn't look great, but that actually going there now, if he is trying to run the clock down, he's in a good position now because it almost guarantees him to get the snooker. And I think that's what he's looking to play here. Yeah. It's a bit of a two-way shot. He might have overhit that. He could have left that. If he hasn't left it, you know, the best thing she can do here is just make sure it at least goes over the hole.
I think she can pot it. She's looking how to get on the black, and she played that well. What a shot. I don't know how long's after the clock. It must be around a minute. Be so interesting in the future to be able to see that match clock. But this black, and like you said, it's a 2-pointer, and it has gone in. So I'm not sure how long's left on the clock, but he will have a chance to break dish back or golden break back.
Yeah, you can see Vicky walking away smiling there. She was happy with that black. She played a good shot on the red. You know, cued that really well. Like I say, Chuff's going to have a chance here now to try and run this frame out. I don't know how long's left on the clock. He's certainly going to get a chance at the golden break, as Zach said. But if he's got sort of about a minute or so left, that's sort of the amount of time that's comfortable to try and get a break clearance. Anything less than that, it starts becoming really, really difficult. Yeah, so Zach's just nipped up, and there's actually a minute left, so long enough for a break clearance and also long enough for a reverse clearance if he doesn't make a ball. So pressure on this break. You know, I would definitely, if I was playing here now, I would definitely looking to do the cut break and try and get that black moving. I don't think Chuff's going to do that. He's going to go straight down the middle, hit him as hard as he can. Be interested to see what happens on this break.
So as we said when Vicky was breaking, same for Carly. This is actually a 2-pointer, so a break dish here is 2 points on the board with the bonus point, of course. Has he got one? I don't think so. And now we're back again, and it's a 2-pointer for Vicky.
Yeah, I don't think these are easy. I think, you know, the balls have gone really messy. I think it might be worthwhile here, the way the match has gone, for Vicky just to have taken that point there. Just pot a few balls. Don't worry too much about trying to break anything out. Because they're still in a good position here. You know, they're still going to be 6-2 up after this game. There's still that 4 points clear that they were after the first one. You know, and what that means now is there's big pressure on Dan in the next game against Rachel to try and get that 4 points back. See what Vicky's done here. She's give Chuff a chance to. He's just overrun that one. He's just missed the cannon. I just don't think he's got long enough now to get these last few balls. He's played a great shot there. I played the one at the top here if he can get it. He needs a kiss. He's got 2 times out. Wow, would have been heart in the mouth there for Vicky. Yeah, good game. I think obviously, you know, it keeps the score now at 6-2. Moving into the next match, we're going to have Dan Rathbone against Rachel Davies. So we'll have a small break, just a few minutes. We'll go and speak to the guys, then we'll come back and we'll be there in a couple of minutes.
So we're back for match 3. As we said, Danny Rathbone against Rachel Davis. Rachel represented our Welsh ladies on the weekend. They had a really good run, finishing second in the group. Rachel did really good in the stats. Danny, former, well, probably professional standard snooker player at times.
Played professionally, yeah.
Played professionally. Maximum breaker, top level around here. But it's in off the break, and Rachel's got a good chance. He probably just one good positional shot coming down the table.
Yeah, I know both these guys well. I used to play with Rachel at Dishes in a few comps that we used to have up there. Seen quite a lot of her. She's improved massively. Same with Dan. You know, Dan sort of come from a snooker background, started playing pool. He's you know, amateur wise, he's one of the best around Stoke, which takes some doing. You know, it genuinely does. I think he's on the ultimate pool this year, so it'll be interesting to see what his results are like. He's on the Challenger, the top one is that elite, is it, or something? I'm not sure how it's phrased. Rachel's just come a little bit short there. I'm not sure if she's straight enough now to be able to top through. She'd be looking to target sort of the black here if she's straight enough. Be a massive thing for Rachel here to get this frame on the board. Oh, she's just sort of a bit of it between there, you know, a little bit shorter. She would have been on it, a little bit further on. She would have been on it to sort of land in a position where she isn't able to pot this. Now needs to come off a cushion and try and fluke this, because those yellows look quite inviting for Dan next go.
Yeah, I know I keep giving them a lot of leeway, the ladies, but like I said, the tables we were playing on last week, which they played for about 7 straight days in Cyprus at the European Championships on the new cloth, that would have just kept running there. So she's kind of first frame of the match. She's got a chance here, 1 frame kick, and she's got it, but she's snookered again.
She comes out of this now and pots this one. We'll look for the highlight, really, Isaac. I think she may have to go probably off the bottom rail and try and pot it into the top right hand pocket, or maybe fluke it somewhere. The critical thing is make sure you hit the black. You know, it's no good ball in hand because you're putting Dan straight on that one at the top. Yeah. The only good news there is she's knocked the black safe. So Dan will have a shot to play at some point. He may even choose there to sort of have a chance of getting it out off one of these ones at the bottom. I think he'll be looking to do that. I don't think he'll be looking to take this down the cushion first frame.
I think he's forgot as well. He's got ball in hand as well. So I don't know what's going on with the players lot, but so we have got a ref there, but they have been told before the match he's there to rack and observe any fouls, not to make any pickups of the white or say any calls. But I think he's got a good chance of these anyway. But if he doesn't, then we might look at that as, especially might have gone a different route of them with the ball in hand.
When I said about getting the black out, I was thinking he was going to put it straight on the one on the right hand side and screw straight into the black and leave him on the choice of the 2. I didn't realise he wasn't going to pick the ball up and just play it from where he did. Again, Dan, you know, has been playing pool a little while now, but probably not played as much pool as a lot of the people on show tonight. But, you know, take nothing away from me as a quality cueist. May look to try and nudge into the black here. But knowing Dan the way he plays, he'll just be comfortable to pot that black down the rail anyway. Yeah. So I've given the big build up there, and then he's missed a straight one. I don't know if he's left Rach on this black here. I'm not sure if you can cut it back in, but by the looks of it, she can't.
So I don't know whether he just played a trace aside and he just threw and not expected to throw as much, but you'd be surprised if that sort of mistake, if they play on these cloths at players, they do throw a lot differently than the Hainsworth or the Strachan, but it's a big miss. I don't know whether it's very thin, this, and it probably didn't go the way she played. So I'm not sure if she tried the double, but it didn't look like it was left it a bit close for the cut.
Yeah, I think he said that. I think she probably just thought she'd have a go at it and see if she could. Okay, Dan's giving a little smile there. Probably knows that he hasn't cued that as well as he could. Still smiling now. Just looking now to drop this one in. Leave himself a chance on that black. Yeah, he cued that one much better. He'll be very relieved to get over the line here in this frame. It can only increase his confidence moving forward. Yeah, good finish. I think obviously now for Rach, it's important this next frame now to try and have
a go at the next finish and try and get a point on the board as early as possible.
So I know he won the frame, but like back what he said, I think after the first match, it's just very edgy. I know we all know they're good players, but like you said, there's always that bit of factor, and I think they don't want to be going out losing their opening night match. A lot of people don't know how good these ladies are, and they're probably watching thinking, "Oh, you're getting beat by a lady," but it's not the case. But it's still a bit of just a bit edgy, and they've all been a bit edgy, haven't they? Especially the last two have both forgot they've got ball in hand.
Yeah, and to be fair, obviously I was there for the first week as well. It's sort of following a similar pattern to that first week. I think that this first frame getting it on the board, knowing there's a stream, knowing there's people watching. Not everyone's used to playing under those conditions. I think probably the ladies have probably had more exposure to TV pool, but even just streaming, knowing that a lot of the friends and family are watching, it's just tough. It's tough out there. Until you've actually done it, you don't realise how difficult it actually becomes.
How good she's at that break, by the way. I think she's got options on both if she wants. I think maybe red's because of the opener and where the yellow is on the top rail. I know you've got the plant across the rail, but you're probably going to have to take, if you're going to go yellows, you're going to have to take the one over the bag. So I think red's here, and it's just probably these two on the right hand side, she's on this through the gap. So that gets that problem out of the way straight away. So she must be on this one to the right middle. But that was kind of a problem ball because it was stopping the other red, of course, and unless you're going for a plant, it was going to have to be manoeuvred.
Yeah, she's got a good chance here now. I didn't think she was on this red at first, but she obviously was because she got down and played it quite quickly. She's had a little nudge there. If she slides past it, she's okay. She's nudged it okay as well. She just needs to get straight on the one she's looking at now next, because you still need to take the one at the top as your next ball and just screw out with a little bit of left hand side, and just try and come back out pretty much to where she is now. That's where she'll be targeting. Just got to cue through this one. Yeah, again, a bit similar shot to the one that I think it was Alex that played in the first frame when he didn't. I think it was Chuff actually. He didn't quite get through the ball and sort of didn't get that screw into it, and she basically just stunned it out, which means that this pot now is a lot more difficult than she would have wanted or expected.
So yeah, like you said, she's not into it enough, and that's why it's kind of gone forward. And she's bang on line, probably where she would have wanted to be if she was a couple of foot up the table on that line. But it's one big pot away here now from the frame. Just back yourself, get down, pot it. She must be off angle on the other one, otherwise you would just stun screw that in, wouldn't you? She played that really well. I know she had a bit of fortunate how she kissed the yellow, but very well cued.
I think she played that shot, not quite how it's ended up. I think she played to cannon the yellow full in the face and leave her on pretty much where she is now. But obviously she just skimmed past it and managed to get the second kiss, which left her to where she is. I think I'd just be looking now to get this out and play the double, or maybe come out. Worst case, I think there's two options there. You can either punch it off the side rail and try and play the black into the middle, or you just take your medicine and know you're going to have that double. Sort of come in between the two options there and ended up nowhere. Critical for her again to hit this, but I don't think hitting the ball here is going to make too much of a difference. I do think she's got to get this moving towards a bag. Again, black's gone on the rail, so as from where these balls were after hitting that black, you'd be happy that it's gone there because it gives you a bit of a squeak. But again, I expect Dan to take these out. I'm going to tell you a little story now about Dan and the shot clock. So I've seen Dan play on a shot clock before, and it was a 30-second shot clock, similar to the one that he's on now, without the 15-second that we're going to move to. And he really struggled with it at first, but he sort of mastered it. What he tends to do, or what I've seen him do, quite a few times, is he waits to sort of get to those last few seconds. The shot clock he played on before was slightly different to this one. It was a 30-second shot clock with a countdown from 10. This one's slightly different in the fact you've got a countdown from 5. So I don't think he can wait for the beeps because he hasn't got enough time then to play the shot. But he'll be taking most of his time on most of the shots because that's the way that he plays and the way he wants to play.
I think a lot of players do it. They probably don't leave it to the last possible second, but they feel like they're okay. So yeah, a lot of players do wait and they don't just rush it. They know some people on shot clock and they feel like they have to rush the table and get it done. They do wait until, like the old rules where it was 60 seconds, you had the 30-second call. A lot of players will wait for that 30-second call. I think a lot of players here do wait until they got about 10 seconds left off the 30 and then go down and settle themselves, and they don't really mind too much about being on the beeps basically.
Yeah, I think those 5 second beeps is quite difficult because depending on sort of what pause you've got, and Dan's got a massive long queue action with a big pause at the end. So that if you wait for 5 seconds, sort of that 5 seconds comes up on you really quickly. I think it suited him more before when he was at that 10-second countdown because it gives him that 10 seconds then to play the shot. It'll be interesting to see Dan when he gets to the 15-second shot clock. He's going to hate it, I can tell you now. I know that for a fact. Didn't really cue that one there. You know, he's got such a good queue action, such a long queue action as well. That you think those little screwbacks there are quite easy for him. He's only got to touch it and he comes back. But he's left himself quite a difficult pot here. So yes, I think he's played a shot there now, and he's left Rachel a big pocket here. Can't really see Rachel. As long as she doesn't hit the middle bag here, can't see her missing this. You've got to be very unlucky to miss this pot, I think.
I think with the one he just stunned dead. He didn't get no reaction to it at all. I think he was scared of probably over screwing it, not knowing how nippy the table is, and he's kind of just done the right reverse and just not hit it at all. Just hit this a bit thick. Oh, it's a big mess. You could, especially on a Rasslon, you play this the other way, and big moments here because that would have kept that big lead, one each with about 10 minutes left. The white will be going here. He needs to find a line, and that looks close to an off. Oh, he's had a result there. Right result. This black for a 2-frame lead in this set and get it back to 6-4 in the match. Big moment that was. Like I said, surprised she's missed it that way, because I know you feel like you've got a big bag where his ball is, but especially on a Rasslon down that rail, you're at near knuckle and it's going.
I think that's sort of what I said my shot. You know, she was more likely to hit the middle jaw than she was play the shot she played, because you always tend to overcut them a little bit to make sure you hit the cushion, and then the yellow gives you that much more chance of making the pot. So I was surprised she hit it that side, because that was like hit probably as poorly as she could have hit it really.
So 6-4, but of course he is 2-lip on this set, so that imaginary point's still looming there. So it is technically 6-5 if it stayed like this, or if he did add another frame on the board and kept that lead. I think Lomax did go 2-0 down in the last game, so the ladies were 2-0 down in the last set and did pull it back to 2-all. But she's had all the big moments really. When I say big moments, she's had all the running really, as in the play, but Dan's had the two big moments getting the two blacks over the line.
Yeah, I think that last frame, that big chop, coming up and down, his heart was in his mouth. You sort of saw him look away, thinking that that white was just going to go straight in that bottom corner pocket. Even if it stays over the jaws, if it sort of comes back across the rail, he wasn't on the black. He's caught the knuckle just enough to be able to come out to a line to chop the black back in. So massive break in there by Dan. He's got such a massive break. But again, you'll see that black hasn't moved off that front ball break. I'm just surprised that nobody's adopted it yet. I don't know, is Leanne going to do it? Do you think Leanne will do the cut break?
She has got a cut break in her, but she just doesn't hit the break hard. So, she's actually got a not bad front ball break for a lady. She normally gets one of the top 3 balls into the left middle as we're looking. So that's what you'll be looking out for. Just the way she hits them, it's consistent how she does find it. I think it depends on the situation in the match. She's on the last singles against Liam White, who's their leading pro, the top ranked pro in the actual series, along with Rob Warren. Of course, Megan and Liam actually won the Ultimate Pool title, the mixed pairs, recently, but they're on opposite teams here, of course. I think he has got a chance here, but it's just the mapping really, because they do all go. You just have to find the right route, and that ball at the top end of the table is playing. He was close to us. He was getting close to a time foul. He was leaving it quite close, as Lee was trying to point out to me. It's just getting on that top ball because they kind of don't map too bad the two together, especially on the pockets where you've got a bit more nip in them. But it's getting onto that top ball, and the yellows are bit of a blockers, aren't they, for the positional play?
Yeah, exactly that. I think from Rachel's perspective here, she'll be happy if for Dan to go for these and perhaps leave her a chance of a bit of a counter clearance. Because after he's played these balls here, I'll be surprised if these yellows aren't in a good position. So, but you're completely right. It is difficult to get back up to that one on the top rail. There's no real connector ball for it. Didn't really cue through that ball that well either. He's probably going to nudge into the ready that he's next to, may tie it up a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's going to play the one past the black now. I don't really see many ways of how he gets back up to any of these two balls. It's just looking like it's going straight into the jaw.
I think he can only really, and it's a bit of a nip, especially on a bit of an older cloth here, bottom right, and then can he get into us enough to bottom left and miss the in off and just I think he's trying. He's going to get close to the middle here. He's played that really well. I didn't think he was playing through that line, but can he hold this for the middle pocket, or is he needing to go into the balls?
Yeah, now he's got on this one next, which I didn't think he was going to be able to do. That little nudge is not a bad thing for him because he puts this one now for a chance to get it into the middle. I'm not sure if he's snooking himself there though. Just need to play that with a touch of right hand side really to straighten it up because you can be anywhere past that yellow or to the side of that yellow, just don't end up behind it.
Yeah, I think his reaction straight away give it away. He's not on this. He's having the kick at it. Is he having the swerve this? Is it going to get close to the bottom pocket rather than the middle pocket? And he's fouled. Ball in hand. See if Rachel remembers she's got ball in hand. The ladies don't make that mistake. They know what's going on. So it's a great chance to go 2-1, and it might continue the comeback like the last match.
Would you be taking the one out to the bottom here, Zach, first, and going back up and taking the 5? I don't really like leaving this till last because depending on where you're going to be on it, you're potentially going to have to play a shot. I think I would have put it down here, got rid of the yellow at the bottom, gone back up, chose my 5, and then just found the route for the black into the bottom right-hand corner or the middle.
Yeah, I think if the black was a bit lower down the table, then I'm probably leaving this one till last. But I think, like you said, it probably would have been a better option to take this out of the way, come up the table, and because really anywhere at the top left-hand side of the table, you can have a shot on the black to the bottom right, and the clock, they're down the 15 seconds here, and I think it's a quarter out because she just quickly saw the clock and got down on it. But I think she's still okay, and she doesn't want to leave herself probably straight on this next ball to the top right. She wants to try and get close to this ball, especially if she's fell short on her last ball or the black, the last few frames. She doesn't want to do that again. But she's well got into that. She knows she can just make the pot though, and she knows she's going to be on this. Doesn't have to do loads for the black to have a shot to the middle pocket.
Yeah, I think this sort of goes to my point that I said now, that this yellow now down the bottom here is going to be a big shot next one. Yeah, she cued that really well though. This now is a pressure pot though because you're now leaving the red if you don't gate. Where if that was the last pot that she was just playing, she was leaving the difficult red if she missed it, and she was always going to be on the black. Where this now she will always leave the red quite easy if she doesn't get it. Oh, she cued it so well. Cued it so well. And a bit of a free go now because she can have a go at this and run it through to the top cushion.
I think she regrouped well because I think a couple of shots on the 15 there were catching her out. But this black to go 2-1 in the set and make it 7-4 overall.
Yeah, big frame there because obviously they're into the 15-second shot clock, which means that they've only got sort of a few minutes left now. They probably played a minute and a half or so in that frame on that 15-second shot clock. So it's probably only 2.5, 3 minutes to go, I reckon. Just enough time for one more frame, but all these matches are taking a very similar kind of outcome, a bit similar to the last game, in the fact that there was a sort of a minute left at 2 each, and probably if this goes a bit of a break and finish here, it's probably going to be a similar kind number.
See, in our match against Dish's men, there was a lot of, like you said, they're getting down to the last few minutes of a match, of a set, and it was big frames. It was 2-point swings. Bad one against Alfie. And my frame against Ollie, the first match of the night, it was 1-1 going into a couple of minutes left, and luckily he missed the ball. Otherwise, it might have been a different game if they go ahead. And Same with the doubles, like especially when it went to the last match of the night, it was double points. It was 1-1 and it was in jeopardy with not many minutes left on the clock. She broke well the first frame, so she'll be open to repeat it. And she has got a ball. It didn't split as well, but as Lee just said, open off the mic. Reds are not too bad here. It's just those two to the bottom left of the black spot, or the left hand side, the black spot. She's called her extension.
The only reason I don't like yellows is when she pots this now, she's not going to be on the one at the top of the table, so you're going to have to go back up for it. I think reds are definitely the balls, because both those two reds go in this bottom right-hand corner. You can use the one near the middle to run through now and be on them. I definitely think reds were the right choice. And she needs to be looking at the one over the middle now, running it through onto the side rail and taking hopefully the bottom one into the bottom right-hand corner, but she's deciding to try and get rid of the ones at the top and miss the pot.
I think in normal situations, you probably are trying to get rid of and work down the table. But like you said, in that situation, she's perfect to the one to the middle left, drop down and get straight onto her two problem balls. And this is a chance for Danny. Not sure what he's on here though. Is he having to go back up the table?
I think people sometimes though get drawn into that thought that you have to, pot your balls at the top and work your way down, or vice versa. I think sometimes the right ball's the right ball. Irrelevant. You look at the table and you look at what your bad balls are there, and it's those two balls. She had an opportunity to get on it and pot it straight away. In my head, that's what I'm looking to do.
No, definitely. I think, is there enough time on the match clock, do you reckon, to play this lost a turn? Top through, leave. But she's not. They are there, and if it's not long on the clock, it's like I said, this is a double pointer for Rach because it restricts that bonus point that Danny's currently got locked there at the moment if the match stays like this.
Yeah, I think this time I am going at the top of the table. Yeah, look at the clock clicking down there, 2 seconds, just about plate in time. It was definitely match clock pressure there that made her miss that pot. It was the right ball, and that would have left her on the similar shot that she was on earlier if she managed to pot that. But just sort of, missed the pot in rushing. These still aren't easy, but this match clock is clicking down now, so I can't imagine there's going to be too much time left after Danny's played the next few pots.
So I'm not sure how close he is to this. He might be able to just nip it. Is he missing this fin where he's reached? Time running out. Oh, and he fouled. And she's got a great chance here. Straight at these two. She nearly dropped the white there. Juggling the white. That's normally what Lomax does. And she just doesn't. I know we're on the 15, but she doesn't want to rush too much. She just wants to make sure of these. She's just okay, but where's the white track? I think she's just got caught up.
I think she can pot this and go twice across, but you would have wanted to begin up to the one over on the top rail next off this shot. But I think she's just made the pot. She needs to be off straight. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Not sure if this chops. It obviously does. Oh no. I think I might have played the double there and just put all my eggs in the basket of trying to pot the double in the top one, or even the treble. Oh yeah, there's no time left. Okay, big win there for Dan. It's got players sort of a bit closer. It's now going to be 7-5 moving into the last match, with Liam White and Leanne Craig to play. I know Zach's going to be sporting this one. Okay, we're going to just take a minute or so's break, and then we'll be back on with the next match. See you all soon. Okay, so we've got the fourth match of the night. We've got Liam White versus Leanne Cragg. As we sort of spoke a few times about the break, be interested to see if any of them do take the opportunity here to use the cut break. But I'm pretty sure Liam's going to break from the front. He's got a massive break on him, so we'll see how we go. Big match coming up now because the ladies will be looking to take this close into the doubles because those Scotch doubles games, it's tough. It's tough. So if they can keep it close and get into those Scotch doubles games with sort of level points or somewhere near to level, be a big moment for them. So here we go, 20 minutes. So big break. I think he's going to be looking to go reds here, possibly take the one into the middle first. Not an easy layout. I think what Leanne will be looking to do here is try and make one of these frames be a bit of a messy one. Try and take some minutes out of this clock to limit Liam's ability to run a few frames away here. So he missed his first ball. Did tell me he went out yesterday and it's been a rough day today for him. So maybe that'll play an effect on it. So important for Leanne here to get a few pots under her belt. She has got that one red at the top. That's really awkward. The one that's closest to the two yellows. She'll be looking to attack that at earliest point. She could drop the one into the middle now, so the dead weight, and leave herself a nice angle to go straight into it. Oh, she's screwed it back a little bit. She just needs to drop it in dead as opposed to stun it in. Other option here is to sort of run through and then play the double off the red at the bottom of the two reds at the top. Oh, she might have missed that. Yeah, she missed that pot. Okay, so again, difficult these yellows. Probably, Liam has got that breakout shot to play. He's got a couple of yellows up there now. Missed his first ball. Bit of pressure on Liam here in this match. Obviously he's the standout player on the night. He's the ultimate pool pro. Again, I think it's quite a bit of pressure on him. Yeah, Leanne will be happy there. She's potted that one over the hole. I think Liam will be looking to get closer to this ball here after missing a couple of sort of longish ones now. He's going straight at it. Got to watch the enough here. Missed the pot again. Had a bit of a result there. So this could be that 10-minute frame that I was talking about. If Leanne can get sort of the bottom bag here with the one that's on the rail on the right hand side, if you can see enough of it, and just make that a bit awkward, the yellow down here. She doesn't sort of want it right over the hole, but if she can get sort of close to the hole, stop with Liam's yellow. Yeah, she's played it that way. She played it well. Yeah, great shot. Great shot. I mean, it's probably gone a bit too close to the bag now because it makes the skill shot quite easy, and she has left Liam a chance here to break out the two yellows at the top. He's going to play the turnover shot now. He's going to pot the yellow onto the red. Doesn't want to pot them both. Oh, he's missed the plan. Liam's had a bit of a nightmare start here for him. Yellow's gone awkward as well. So now Leanne doesn't want to leave it on the left-hand side of the table because she doesn't want to allow Liam to play that turnover shot. I think just pot this and then just develop your reds here. Maybe play the double, but you've got to be careful because you don't want to leave him that shot where you can just play the yellow onto the red. You need to be looking again the white over to this side of the cushion. Oh, just don't want to go back on that rail. Liam's going to clip off this yellow now and try and pot the red. He's missed it again. But good news, bad news for Liam there. He has managed to get that yellow out. I'd like to see Leanne here play the red next to the black and just double it off the cushion, try and tie the white back up behind it just to open that ball up. She might be playing the double. I think my shot's the right shot. Yeah, it's what she's played. She played that okay. That black's not in a good position either. Liam's just saying there that the top ball isn't touching, so she's going to clip off the top rail, try and tuck her in behind it. Yeah, he's played a good shot. To one cushion escape, you would expect Leanne to get close to this. Oh, in fact, she may even be able to see the one next to the black. It's even better. Just clip off this, put the white on close to the bottom rail, and all of a sudden, Liam's in a bit of trouble here. I'm not sure if those two yellows plant. Yeah, Liam's probably missed more balls in this frame than he would usually miss in one of these matches, so I think you're right there, Rob. Well, that little nudge there is okay. If this bounces now and stops that, yeah, she played a good shot. He might play the same shot here, come back off the top rail again. But he's got to be careful here because he can leave this red into the middle if he's not careful, which is what he's done. Okay, so Leanne's got a chance here now. I mean, I think I'd play the double here and then try and sort of leave the white roughly where it is now so she can play the breakout shot next. But this now will mean that, you know, Liam's going to have a chance next go now. Oh, yeah, she played that well. Okay, answer on a postcard here. What do you want to do now? Do you want to play more of a bit of a containing shot, or you're going? Because I'm not sure if that red next to the yellow goes anywhere. I don't think she can screw into it now. Yeah, I think that's the right shot. I think Liam will play a similar shot to what he's been playing. He might play those two yellows on the top and try and go behind that yellow again. He's just trying to open it up. So he's taking a few shots here to try and open these yellows up, but again, that shot clock is still clicking down, and that match clock, sorry, is still clicking down. Whatever happens here, that's black's not going to be easy, wherever Liam does. I think Leanne should just clip off this and just play down towards the bag at the red at the bottom. Yeah, it's a good shot. She's left him a go here, but they're not easy. He's going to play a containing shot. Oh, no, he isn't. So he's had a bit of a result there. He's sort of snookered on the one ball that she wants to play, which is the one at the bottom on the left-hand side. I think Leanne may be going for this now. I don't know if this doubles or potentially trebles, but I think she's probably got to do something now. She's played the treble, got the quadruple. No. Okay, so big chance now for Liam. The only thing I would say here is that, you know, he's got to get on this black, which is probably the hardest shot he's going to have in the frame. But if he does manage to get onto that, then you expect him to get these. Okay, so all depends on the angle he gets here to what shot he's going to play next. So I think he's going to try and play short position here, or maybe come off two cushions and play the black into the middle. He's tried to play short position. He's just bounced a little bit. He might have to play the skill shot. No, he's going to cut it in. Is he enough? Oh, wow. Wow, not only did he miss the pot, the enough is absolutely the critical part of that. I think if I was Leanne here, take these two balls. I may even take that one over the bag just to gate out of the way because it's really awkward where it is. It's so far in the bag that sometimes you can end up playing with a bit of top and just leaving the white where it is. Ugh. I think she's just going to try and screw this one out now. She wants to screw it, but screw it up the rail to give yourself as much chance as possible to make sure you get a shot on the black. You don't want to screw back in a straight line because it's so responsive it can just go away from you. Oh, she played that really well. Played that really well. I can't play that shot. If I play that, I'm literally topping it and it's just staying where it is. But she played it well. Big fierce frame this because it's taken quite a few minutes out of the shot clock. You know, and as I said, you know, Leanne will be looking to do that. You know, if you can go out of this frame, out of this match with a draw, or even a 2-1 loss at worst, you know, that'd be a good result for Leanne here. So Leanne's break. Talked to Zach earlier about the cut break. I don't think she's going to adopt that, or potentially not going to adopt it, but we'll see. I think there's about 11 minutes 50 odd left on the clock. I think I can see, although my eyes aren't the best. Not sure that's exactly right. Okay, Leanne to break. Yeah, straight down the middle. Zach's called Leanne having a good break. Let's see what the outcome is here. Yeah, she's caught them well. Didn't go for too much power. Again, it's gone messy. It's gone messy. You could see Liam's, he's getting straight into them here. Oh, I think he's just okay there. That yellow's just held on. May take the one down the rail now and just go straight into them. No, he's played a poor shot there again. Really needs to get his head in the game here, Liam. Yeah, he's played a good shot. Just awkward again. He's going to be queuing over this and he's going to be running away from all of his work. He's got to pot this in dead weight. Yeah, just about good enough. I assume that yellow goes into the bottom right hand corner, so as long as he gets straight on this one, yeah, he's played that well. I'm not sure about the black. Not sure if the black goes into the middle or not. Might have to rely on a little bit of luck here to get on this black. Just run it through and try and take it into the middle. Yeah, it's not great. He's on it, but it's not great. It's been a quick clearance, this one. Missed it. Oh, yeah, good clearance, Liam there. Good frame, big frame for them. And did it quickly, which is always a beneficial in these time matches. Okay, so Liam's break. Score now is 8-6. I haven't put the scores on, so let me do that. Being left to my own device in here, so it's not good. So that's 8-6. So again, we go into those 2-frame counts now, because once you're level, the next frame always counts for 2. So I think we mentioned it a few times on the comms. Massive break there again by Liam. He might have to go yellows just because of where the black is. Yeah, he's going to have to pot the yellow in the middle now and screw past it and take the yellow into the left-hand corner next. Once you get rid of those, oh, he hasn't got through it. Okay, so really needed to be on this ball here because this is a real good chance to get on it. He's still going to play it even though he's not on it that well. Yeah, made a good pop, but he's good. Relied on a little bit of luck there because he's got balls moving. Not sure what he's on exactly. He might be able to play the... not sure he's on. Maybe play the yellow off the rail. The one that's on the right-hand side. He might be clipping off the left-hand one and potting the other one. Yeah, he's played that really well. I think that yellow does go past the red into the middle, so he just needs to be pretty much straight on it so he can run it through. Yeah. Don't know if he's gone past straight there, but it still looks okay. Just don't want the red clipping back off the knuckly and getting back up. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, 2 quick frames there for Liam. 2 good finishes as well. This is what players would have been hoping for here. They would have hoped for Liam to sort of come onto the table and, run a few quick frames and sort of try and take the game away from the ladies. So it's up to Leanne now to sort of hold on to this match. This next frame now is massive because if Leanne Winston goes 2 each with sort of, 8 or so minutes to go, that's massive for them. So probably the biggest frame of the match so far, this one that's coming up. Because if Liam Winston goes 3 up, that puts players basically in front because they'll go 8 each with a frame
being 3-1 up, probably an additional point. So I'll put players in front. So critical now for Leanne to hold on to Liam here, or at least make this frame take as many minutes as possible. It is difficult on these tables though, because you saw the frame before they went messy and Liam just potted the one in the middle and just split the whole pack open the frame before where Leanne broke dry. Yeah, she's managed to pot a ball this time. Actually got the black moving. First time we've seen the black moving. These Yallas have gone, I don't want to say unmissable, but if you sort of wanted these for your wages every week, you wouldn't be too hurt on it. So big opportunity now for Leanne to take these out. Oh, it's just, I think she's just overhit that. I would have wanted to be on the one in the middle there for them into the middle bag to open up both balls. I think she's still okay. She's just got to screw through the gap now. She's just got to find a bit of a shot. Where the other way, it's sort of all roll-ins and stuns. Yeah, see. So she's now got to take the one past the black, try and screw over, and hopefully try and land straight on one of those two balls into the bottom left-hand corner. Critical here, just don't miss the pot. Make sure you make the pot. You're going to have some form of shot, even if it's a bit longer pot than what you would have wanted. Just make sure you make it. Yeah, she's made it. Okay, so a little bit awkward now. She needs to pot the one into the left-hand corner and try and get a little rub off the one on the other one and hopefully try and save it for the middle bag. Or even if you can get a half ball kiss and leave for the top bag. But again, critical, just make the pot. She called her extension there. She's giving herself as much time as possible on this. It's difficult from the comms box to sort of see the angle that she has on this shot. If you're gonna miss the yellow, you need to play it with a little bit of screw. Make sure she makes some kind of contact with the yellow on the right hand side. Yeah, she's missed the pot trying to play that cannon. Again, big moments in the match this one now. I think Liam was first looking there doing the turnover shot, but probably going to pot a few balls first. Yeah, potted a good first ball. A little bit unlucky there to cannon that ball and leave yourself there. Oh, you would have wanted that there so he could play short position on the one at the bottom, but he's just played the plant in such a way that the red's gone to the right hand side slightly and sort of left him a bit of a wrong angle on this now. Oh, he doesn't want to be queuing. Oh, he's going to play the skill shot. Oh, he's played a really good shot there. Yeah, good finish there from Liam. He's doing it at pace as well, so it's something we spoke about earlier. Okay, so that puts the score now at 8-all. This match is sort of getting away from Leanne a little bit here. I think as you can see in the top left-hand corner there, we're still on the 30-second shot clock as well, which means that we've got over 5 minutes left. I will take note of sort of when that clicks over to the 15 seconds to let you know that there's only 5 minutes left in the match. But the way Liam's been sort of going the last 2 or 3 frames, we could quite easily run in that 5 minutes another couple of frames here, which would be another couple of invaluable points for players. It's Liam's break again, so if he manages to pot a ball here, puts him in a really good position. This is the final singles game, Crag. So there's 2 Scotch doubles left to play. 8-all at the moment, but obviously players will be having the additional imaginary point for the win of this match. So probably actually 9-8 to players at the moment. But the match score is 3-1 to Liam. There you go, first golden break. So give you the big one as well. Yeah, that front ball break we were talking about, he's just got such a massive break, Liam. Probably one of the few players who could get that 8-ball moving with that front ball break.
So Leanne's giving him a little talk there, telling him what a bad person and a bad human he is. But most of us know that anyway. Yeah, he's played really well in this match, especially considering he had such a ropey first frame. You know, he missed probably more balls in that first frame than he's missed in, matches of this length and probably even longer in the past. And then all of a sudden, the last few frames, he's gone reverse dish, break dish, that quality skill shot he played, and then a golden. Yeah, this is the frame that Liam wanted earlier in this match before he sort of got away. Mate, I'm with you, John. Literally, I cannot see. I'm looking at the screen here and I can't see that match clock. So, well done, Kieran. I don't want to play you in any singles games, mate, because your eyes must be a hell of a lot better than mine are. But thank you for letting me know. So Leanne's potted the first ball there, in this frame. Thank you, Kieran. Also the clockers. Okay, so Leanne's going to play some kind of containing shot here because obviously there's no way of clearing up these balls. I'll say that she plays a yeah, it's played a decent shot there, got the white up, so it's just gone to the 15-second shot clock, so we've got sort of 5 minutes or so left now. We'll go to Kieran as the resident timekeeper to let us know when it gets to about 2 or 3 minutes, please, Kieran. Yeah, big miss there from Leon. I think he was just trying to open the balls up, just try and get another frame on the board. Hope Leon now goes on and knocks these in just for his. Just the fact that he went for that big long one with a big split. Yeah, that'll do, Leon. Keep him tied up. I spoke earlier about going into this game and trying to keep it close. I think if we can sort of get to the end of this frame here without Liam winning it, keep it at 10-8 to players, it gives them a squeak going into the Scotch doubles. I think if Liam wins this and it goes to 11-8, a 3-frame deficit is going to be quite a lot to turn around. So I think it's pivotal for Leanne to obviously winning the frame would be massive, but just making sure Liam doesn't win it. Yeah, she's been unlucky there. She's played to sort of drop behind that yellow and just squeak past it. I think Liam's going to be taking all eggs in baskets here and just trying to make a clearance out of nothing. No, he's missed that. So normal circumstances here, Leanne will be looking to do that turnover shot to pop the red at the top. So she might try and play the plant and then play the turnover shot after. Yeah, she didn't quite get it. Can't see. I could see Liam potentially, getting the one over the hole here, trying to get an angle on the one in the middle just to open everything up. Oh, he's gone straight at it. Gone through the gap. Found a gap. The Watford. So he's a bit thin on the one. That's sort of below the black. So he'll be taking the one in the middle next, I think. Oh no, he's going to feel like he's missing this. Oh, so deceiving the angle, and he's played a great shot there. Played a great shot. Yeah, just dot to dot now for Liam. He's just got to play one. He might try and screw into the black. He's tried to run past that there to take the one into the bottom left next, but I think he's going to play another skill shot. If it's on. If not, he might have to cut it top bag. Oh, he's played another great shot. Showing off all of his talent here, Liam. Yeah, tuck that in, Liam. You don't be touching that with that little gut you've got. Oh, he's potted there. Wow, this is hot. He's been looking away because he's managed to find the gap here so he can cue straight through. But this will be a great clearance if he gets him. Oh, it's quality. Absolute quality. Well done, Liam. So, 10-8. Kieran, how long's left? So probably about 2.5 minutes or so, I reckon. Imperative I said it last time, imperative for Leanne not to lose another frame here, but Liam's got another break at them and certainly enough time to come up with another finish. It's a great clearance that was. That skill shot in the middle was not easy. That ball wasn't over the hole. He's probably cued it about as well as he could have done and managed to get that skill shot. And then that black itself. Thanks, Brett. 1 minute. We'll go with 1 minute 40. I'll split the difference between the both of you. So certainly enough time for Liam to get a break clearance here. Okay. Mark's just setting the balls up. Liam's loving life now. He wasn't loving life after that first frame, but he's certainly loving it now. Another massive break. Black did move, but just went sideways. He's dry. Right, Leanne, this is your moment. This is your Martine now. Yeah, it's right, John. All that hard work, and then so Liam's come along here and sort of not taking the game away from the girls because he hasn't done that, but sort of put them in the box seat. They're going to have to win probably that last match of the night to make sure that they win win that for double points. It's probably the one that they've really got to win. Liam's going to run around here now, try and get these. They are all there as well. Literally, once he pots this one, they're all stun shots. Oh, he's rushed to it. All right, so I don't know if Leanne's got enough time here to make a reverse clearance on Liam, but let's see what we get. Just need to find the gap. Oh, just awkward again. So she's got to be on the one that's at the bottom of the table next. Just stun it out, play it in the middle. Big shot now. Just make the pot. I think she kisses the yellow out of the way. Oh, unlucky. Liam's giving it the run. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's it. He got a chance for one pot. Okay, good game there. Well played, Liam. I'll add that additional point on. Takes them to 11-8. Big match now, the next one. Okay, see you all in a minute. Hey guys, welcome back. So we're now into the Scotch doubles format. So we've got Vicky Lomax and Leanne, who's just come off, which I think is always a good opportunity to do. Gives them a chance to play 2 matches together against Chuff and Alex Bailey. So big moments now for the girls in this one. They really need to win this Scotch doubles, and I think of the guys that I've played so far, Alex looked the most ropey at the start, but I'd imagine now having a partner to help him out will definitely benefit him. As long as Chuff plays better shots than that one.
So yeah, I missed a lot of the last match, but it looked like a lot of entertainment. It looked like a lot of highlight reel moments. But like you said, these two did start off slow. They was behind after these two playing the first 2 singles. I think Lomax got the draw in the second match against Schoff. So hopefully Leanne can get herself going after that defeat. But they don't really need to push the boat out here, do they? They've got the lead now. If they didn't lose this match, then they know they got in a good position going into that last doubles.
And I think sort of what I said in the last match, really, I think it's all going to come down to that last doubles, and the ladies need to win that last doubles to be able to stand a chance to win this match from now for me. Oh, Leanne's played a great shot there. Oh, I think he just might have left that red. I think she's just trying to make sure she got past the red so he didn't go back past the yellows. Sort of again what I was talking about earlier, this is the kind of frame that I think Leanne probably would have suited against Liam. Try and time up a little bit. I know that first frame took sort of 6 or 7 minutes, but after that she just allowed him to get his hand on the table and he started to flow, which is always dangerous times because he plays quick anyway, and he's probably the one that's most used to this shot clock.
No, definitely. It gets a bit scrappy sometimes on the 30 seconds you watch. You don't play. I know, apart from the last match, we were saying now every match is around 2, 3, 4 frames. I think the doubles it will slow down a bit, especially on the 30 seconds when they have a bit of a chit chat before each shot. Just a winner do here for the ladies. Give themselves a chance going into the last match. They don't really want to be behind going into the last match. Or have to win multiple frames. Like we said, we don't expect there to be loads of frames.
Let's not forget though, in that last match, they only need to win 2-0 to get 5 points. So as long as they can keep it close in this one and then manage to get a couple of frames that go tight in the next game, that's why I think this format will always keep you in the match right up until that last match, which is the way we want it to be, because we want it to be where everyone's got a chance throughout the whole game. What we don't want to do is see these matches where someone's 10 frames up and you can't win 10 frames in 20 minutes, but if you can win 5 frames in 20 minutes, which gives you a chance.
No, definitely. Even a draw here means they only have to win the last game of the night, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and we got a draw which I don't think they would turn down in this situation or at the start of the night with the opening match for them for the event.
Yeah, played a good shot there. Okay, so we know how aggressive Vicky is, but I think there's sometimes a little bit of candour here wouldn't help to sort of give them a chance to keep themselves in this frame and keep themselves in the match. The balls aren't great, if they can make this frame last 6, 7, 8 minutes, so to take it then into a 12-minute match, will be 1-0 up. That would be perfect for the girls.
So yeah, it's like you said, they don't want to push the boat out, and especially how the balls are tied up. But to be fair, the reds do go. It's only really the black that's tied up. You've got a few connecting balls there. She played a good snooker there, and it's just they haven't really got a go, have they, the ladies, from where the balls are. The two are not really nice on the right hand side rail. They don't really connect to get into those two. I think they just need to buy their time and hope the guys kind of open the frame up for them.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. Obviously you're on a shot clock here as well, so you're not getting a couple of minutes to look at each one. I think sometimes you want the other people to go and miss and sort of leave you a bit more of an open table, especially when the yellows are looking as poor as these ones are now. I think that'll be what they'll be looking to do. I'm all for getting some balls out here and getting something more open. Feel like they're going. I don't know if the yellow goes past the black into the middle, the one that's right next to the black. If it is, they've got a squeak here. It looks like Vicky may be going into them. Oh, she missed the pot. She missed the pot, but good result. I think she sort of left half an angle here for the potential that they can go straight into it. But if they're not going to get into it, that's probably the best result they could have had there. That yellow stayed over the hole. They put a yellow on the bottom, the yellow near the middle, and all of a sudden, yellows aren't as anywhere close to as bad as they were before. Alex and Chuffy have got to play a shot at some point. I'm a great believer in these Scotch doubles when I'm playing, which tied it up even more. I'm a great believer in leaving my partner the difficult shot. I want to pot all the ones over the hole, and then when somebody's got to play a split or a big double, I'm hoping that's going to be my partner. I did notice when Zach played the last doubles game, they did a lot of that as well. Just saying, Zach.
Well, I can trust my partner. I played in the mixed pairs and all pairs last year, and I had to play all the big shots. Just for those who wonder where I did play with Lee and the Pairs Cup last year. I see after that shot, Bailey give him the thumbs up to say thank you, mate. But I think they just rein it in here and just is he not? And I thought he was getting a bit close to it then. But does this plant down the rail? Not that it helps much really, because the yellow will be dead that they're playing unless he can kind of cut it into the red.
Do you know what, mate? I just don't think I'm pushing the boat out. I think I'm probably just pushing that yellow over the bag and just letting them have a go. And if they get them, so be it. If they don't, I feel like I'm back in the frame. I don't want to hand the frame to them here. They struggle a little bit in the last games. I don't want to hand them an easy finish. I want to make them play a shot. That's how I'd be looking at it myself. So maybe just play it soft and just push it over, but it's no good because he's just going to play that turnover shot. Although that yellow may snip along the bottom rail into a big bag, I'm not sure if it does or not. But that other yellow that's next to the white now is still going to be a poor ball for them.
I think if they had froze to the yellow, not left the shot down the rail, then it would have been okay. But I just think where they left themselves, they've made it. I don't think this goes just how the red looks over the bottom left. I don't think it cuts down. I might be wrong.
What about just screwing off the yellow here, the one they're closest to, and potting the red? I know they may leave a chance into the middle, but I think I'd sooner play that shot now and make them. Oh, it was a great effort. I mean, it wouldn't have been great, but it was a really good effort at the good pot. Don't think that yellow skills off that red either, so I don't think Alex would be looking. I'm surprised Alex is looking at potting the one over the hole here, because I'd be playing the one in the middle definitely.
Yeah, I think you got a free go with them if you go the one on the left and try and leave yourself there. But he's played a good shot. He's on the ball they wanted. But like you said, they would have had a free go. But how these two started in their singles matches. Oh my. Tease in the pocket there. Like I said, they shouldn't be gone, but you never know. They when I was out there in the arena, they were all saying they're finding the table a bit quick, and I find that mad because I think it's playing slow compared to what a newish cloth normally plays like with this type of cloth. And he's just okay.
I think a good thing to notice there, though, is I don't think these guys play on this cloth that often. I think a lot of people will still be playing on the silver cloths on Supreme tables. So this table is quite a big change for a lot of the players that are here now. So I know the ladies have been playing like in Cyprus and on these tables, and you said how different they play. But probably for these guys, this reactive cloth is just probably a bit of an eye opener for them. I know a few of them have been on the tour last year. And Alex was just saying to me, I just spoke to him, in that little break we had. He just said the last time he played on one of these tables with this cloth on was at the tour last year. So quite a long time ago, really.
So originally with the bonus point, that's a 5.5 frame gap. So it's big frames if the ladies. They can't be losing this match and need at least get a draw on the board to give themselves a chance going into that last crucial double pointer.
Yeah, I think as you said earlier, mate, I think it's actually, they need a draw out of this match at worst. I think if they lose this game, because that's obviously a 2-point swing if they lose it. I just think that puts them out of the match. A draw keeps them in it, if they have a couple of tactical frames and it doesn't go to loads of frames. They've probably got the two best lady players playing next, the best will in the world for the two ladies that are playing now. Oh, in fact, probably Vicky's probably Probably close actually. The two pairings probably very very similar, and that's probably what they've tried to do, and to keep the pairings quite close.
I think what they said with the dynamic, like Rachel and Megan being partners, it's kind of a bit. They practice quite a bit together, and like Vicky and Leanne are really close friends. But I know Leanne said they don't always play great together in doubles, which I don't know why then they put themselves together, but that's what she said earlier. But it's not going so great at the moment. They are one frame behind, which is, like I said, it is extending this lead for players. But they got a chance here. I think to just go into this yellow first ball, you'd be a bit unlucky not to land on anything, would you?
Yeah, I think you definitely go into it. They have been a bit unlucky there. She sort of caught it really thin and then gone directly straight into the red, which meant the white stayed exactly where it was, and the yellow didn't really move anywhere either. So, big shot coming up now. I think they might have a plant to the middle, but it's a tough shot.
I think I was like, sometimes it might look a bit gunner, but I was playing that so much harder. I was playing that with a lot of left hand running side there. And I just don't think a bit harder and how the ball would have just skidded out. I think you would have been unlucky not to have a shot. Very unlucky there. Doesn't put them in a bad place in the frame. So that red doesn't go loads unless they go for this first ball now to the middle and they're going for which he is. This could be frame. I wonder if he's got a chance back now. I don't know if this yellow passes the middle where the red is.
Yeah, I think the yellow definitely goes. I think they were really unlucky the one before. I think it was only pace that kept that ball out. If that's slightly slower, I think that ball drops in. She cued it really well. Again, critical here. I think you can play this one and then pop the one in the middle next, because you want to gain this one out of the way. Oh, it may not have gone the way she played that. She's left Leanne really close to this. This is one where, I think you saw Dan play a shot in one of the earlier matches where he didn't hit a cushion. This is probably one of those. I think Leanne's gone the easy way and cutting away from it. I don't think that pot was on though, the way she played it. I think she may have played that shot that tapping there, and she's just trying to cover the bag. You can see Alex pointing there. He's telling Chuff to play the turnover shot and screw round back up to pretty much where that top right hand corner. I don't know if those two Yallas plants, if they do, you've got to be careful not to leave the gap. Need to get some side on this one. Might be playing yellow off yellow here.
I think they haven't really got a chance, are they? So unless it plants and she wants to come side rail into it, I think, like you said, it will be yellow off yellow and kind of stun it across, bang it across. But they're not in a good position here, just where these reds are. Unless it's going to then plant the yellows and then knock the red out the way and leave them glorious, then I think they're going to struggle here.
I think the reds are so good. I'm playing this hard, mate. Similar to your shot earlier. There you go. And just like that, just hope something happens. I think that's exactly what she's done, in the way I would have probably played the similar shot myself. Play it at pace. If you get the yellow off the yellow, great. But you need your stuff moving, because they were never going to be good, the yellows there.
She got enough angle here to pinch it down the right hand side of the table. Yeah. Could have done with getting into it a bit more. Don't know whether it doubles, you take your medicine, kind of come off the bottom rail into the red and then just leave the double.
If you can slide past it, maybe. Yeah, like that. She's been really unlucky there again. She played such a good shot. I mean, it's obviously these two are playing a massive game of killer, and you can knock her life off Leanne probably, but she was real unlucky there not to have a shot on this yellow. She cued that really well. Leanne's not going to be hitting this one soft, I can tell you that, for all the money in China. Let's see. Oh, no. It's horrible that yellow's gone safe as well. It just gives the guys now such a free go at these.
I think if the yellow lands like brown spot, then it puts a bit of pressure on them, but they basically got a freebie here. They can even stun this in and leave the plant. They can try and play for this at top right, and they haven't really got a lot of pressure on them at all, have they?
No, I think whatever happens here, I think the best case really is that they come back to the table. Worst case is they're going to be snookered. Second worst case is they're going to have to double that yellow into one of these bottom corner bags. You can see the shot he's playing. He's going to play the plant and screw down and try and get the snooker at the same time. He left the chop there.
I think that's really poor. Like, I think what I don't get if you're going to have a free go with them. That's not the way for me. Yeah, Leach point, he definitely could have at least got the ball down the bottom rail here behind these reds, and this is definitely cuttable. Maybe a bit thin. So the thing I would say there is, if he is going to go, there is a bit of pressure. Or is he playing safe here? Don't think, not the greatest shot. I think he'd just be playing the snooker now, but not very, well, very ropey shot.
Yeah, I think he was looking obviously to get a lot more action on that and screw it off. I don't know if Alex even got the snooker there. Potentially he could have left the edge. I'm pretty sure it's not Leanne's shot here, is it? Did Vicky? Oh, did Vicky? Did. Off the bottom rail, didn't they, last time? No, it's not. It's foul. It's foul, definitely. We've gone out of order there. There you go. The ref's just calling it now. Guarantee you. Yeah.
I know they look very similar.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a shot behind. You're right, Zach. Apologies. Yeah, I was thinking the last shot they had was the one where she got the snooker off the bottom rail, but they had that chop, didn't they? Ah, okay. Yeah, got my shots wrong. Play the poor shot again there. Left distance on this. Yeah, pot's good ball there, Alex. He'll be chuffed with that because it's a good pot to make, and again come from sort of a snooker background, so good cue of a long ball. Always fancy him to pot a long one. Been playing pool for a long time though as well. Plays for kind of County League side for years, so been playing for quite a while. Yeah, 2-0. This match is getting away from the ladies here. I think Rachel and Megan will be looking on here, just begging for for Leanne and Vicky to win the next couple of frames and try and keep this as close as they possibly can.
So just in between frames, a quick look at the actual teams. The first game we did have my team LSPA played Dishes men. And of course, you've seen Dishes lady against players here. I believe the next match is LSPB against Plaza. Or that's the last match. I think next Sunday we have got 45 Club versus Lambourne. Rob Bourne, of course, playing for Lambourne, so we'll have a very competitive game there next week.
Probably the most even of the matches so far, I think, of the games. Your game with Dishes was close-ish. You both had a pro playing. You had yourself and Zach Cooper playing. I think in the match next week with 45 Club and Lambourne, I think that's quite a close game as well. Four quality players on show.
So are we actually going to see you play, Lee, or are you just going to sit on the bench unless they're desperate?
Pretty much bench for me, mate. Keeping it warm. If I have to play, I will go and play, but not really looking to do too much of that. Hoping to pick up some prize money at the end if the team went on and won something, and I'll certainly be there for that. That match definitely.
So very big break, but nothing in. There's no real standout colour, I don't think. But have they? Oh, something going on here. I think he's just checking they haven't broke out of turn after you mentioned them playing out of turn last frame. So he's just checking that they haven't broke out of turn. A lot of people say them two look similar, so I think Mark's just got a bit confused. got a bit confused there. But like I'm saying, I don't think there's no real standout because of the two yellows. The yellow probably just dropped to the middle right, how these Rassons play. So that does connect you nicely.
I think I go yellows, mate. But I think after a couple of shots here, reds certainly go the favourite. So I think I go yellows mainly because I've got a good start. Those three reds at the top, although they're just sort of all blocking each other. The one that's just above the black spot probably is a little bit awkward as well. So I think yellows were definitely the ball. They've got one pot to play now, haven't they? They've got the one up the rail, and pretty much these yellows are gone now. I don't know if I'd have been playing it then. Like, are you getting rid of these two at the bottom, or are you playing the one at the rail where they were on it just?
I think you're probably leaving them because I think this probably could have been your last ball for the black to the middle left. These do connect nice here, as in coming up. Well, I'm playing up for the yellow on the right hand rail. I think he just got into it quite a bit, and then you would of course been dropping onto these two. It wouldn't have been too bad then screwing off one of these down left hand side of the table for the middle pocket, black to middle pocket. It's just okay, but it is more to the knuckle, this yellow to the top left, so it's not going to be nice on it to get down for the black.
Yeah, I think that's a critical point. The last bit there, the black isn't easy. It doesn't go in many bags. I mean, Alex has played as good a shot as he could there. He's come through the gap and found a great angle. I think, he'll be looking now to screw right back down onto this bottom rail and take the black in the middle. He's pointing there on about going around the angles. I just don't get it. For me, I'm just screwing directly back. I mean, he's played a good shot, but I'm not sure that's the shot there. He's played a great shot though.
I think probably we've probably seen a wrong angle there. I think it's probably a bit more. It probably was a bit more wide than what we were seeing, especially how this cloth plays. These balls, how they go forward a bit before impact, where Pro Cups, the white ball kind of kicks back earlier, where these kind of go through the ball a bit more like a snooker ball. So I think that's probably what they've seen there and we haven't seen on the angle, but he played very well.
That's a really valid point. It's a really valid point there, because I think these new balls do react slightly differently. So I think that's quite a good point that Zach's raised. And again, maybe the angle was just slightly more than it looked. It looked dead straight to me, but obviously the way he's pumped it in and come round, he probably did have more angle than it actually looked on the screen. Okay, so match is really starting to get away from now. It's a bit very similar to the first game that was played. The sort of looked close all the way through, and then all of a sudden these doubles matches just took the matches away from people. And it feels like that's what's happening here now. That big win by Liam was huge, obviously, to get these guys in front, to give them some confidence really, and to allow them to go and open their arms up. But obviously Chuff and Alex are now taking advantage of that and starting to run away with this match. If Liam doesn't win that last game 5-1, 6-1 with the additional point, this could be a very different game. These two wouldn't feel as comfortable as they do right now.
Apologies at the jump off. It's the mother-in-law. Leanne told her she was only going away 2 hours. She's asking why she's been free. So how it's going, she might as well have stayed home, to be fair. But I said, if I put this was 14, is that right? Is that 3-0 this game?
Yeah, it's looking like they're sort of putting together a bit of a routine finish here as well. So they're onto that 15-second shot clock, I think. That seems to go really quickly. Needs to be straight on this. Yeah, he's played a good shot. Probably going to leave the one up the rail till last. Is Chuff going to play it on him now? Yeah. Sort of saying to Alex, there you go, pot this long hard one, and I'll take the easy one over the middle. Alex is going to do him a disservice here by just dropping the one in. What the match? Okay, so there's only 30 seconds left, so I think just trying to get a shot on this black. Yeah, he's played a good shot. Looks tight past this red here. It must go because he played this way around all the way. It's cued it well. Yeah, good finish there. A bit of a fist pump between the two of them as well. And this match is certainly getting away from the ladies now. So we're now at 15-8. With the bonus point, that's going to be 16-8. And like I've just said, it just feels like this match has been much closer than a 16-8 deficit for the ladies at the moment. It's just mental how this game sort of got away from the last couple of matches.
I think it's just turned, hasn't it? Because I think she missed a good chance for 2-all Leanne in the last singles. But apart from that, like Liam's played some golden break, probably turned it as well. I think he's had quite a few clearances there. it just changed the game, because then in this game they've gone, well, it's 4-0 now, isn't it? So it's proper turned it. And is that 50? Yeah, it's 50.
So just on the highlight reel, going back to Liam's game, we sort of went reverse dish, break dish. He played a quality skill shot where Leanne had got the bottom bag covered, then went golden break, then took out a finish where he played another great skill shot where the yellow wasn't even near the middle bag, and he's managed to find some kind of skill shot, potted a great black as well in that finish. So, it's sort of those 4 or 5 frames that just sort of got away really, really quickly. It's just sort of taken the match away from them a little bit, and just sort of just zapped the enthusiasm for these doubles matches. Yeah, actually got the black moving. That's why I don't understand why people haven't been adopting this tactic. Especially, I understand for Liam to a degree because he's got such a massive front ball break that he can get the black moving, but pretty much everybody else hasn't really got it tracking anywhere. Where look at that break there, it's a cut break and the black's past the ball line. Okay, guys, we're going to have a 30 seconds, minute or so break, and then we'll come back in with the last match of the game. Okay, so moving on to the last game of the overall match. This one is going to be a doubles game. So we've got Megan and Rachel playing Dan and Liam. Need to win 4-0 or win by 4 clear frames. So that would give them 4 points for the frame wins, double that up to 8, and then 1 point for the victory. So that'd be 9 points. So that'd be 17-16. So a big ask for these guys here. Liam and Dan are probably like the 2 better players of the night, so it's a tough ask for them. Yeah, I think just waiting for Zach just to let him know to start, so we're making a start any second. Okay. So, I think for the interest of the night,
entertainment continuing. I think it'd be nice to see the girls win the first 2 frames just to put some pressure on Dan and Liam. But we'll see. Massive break again there. Managed pot a ball as well. Let's have a look. Probably reds are the balls. Liam's going to go directly for them, I think. Just such an open split there. Ooh, he's just about managed pot that. It's come out okay. He's managed to clip the red as well now, so it goes. I think this frame may not take too long. Yeah, Liam just needs to try and get on the one that's next to the yellow at the top in this next shot. Run off with a couple of rails. Is it enough? Oh, it's absolutely perfect. He's just asked Dan to just screw this back, probably about 4 or 5 inches. But I think he could just stun it dead and leave the red. I think on these tables, it's probably harder to stun it dead than screw it back 4 or 5 inches because they're just so reactive. Okay, here we go. He's missed the pot. I think Liam there asking him to stun has probably meant that that's what the reason there why Dan's missed that pot. I think he'd want to cue through that ball and literally just play a shot to talked of, just screen back 4 or 5 inches so he could take the red into the top right hand corner. Okay, so not much on here for yellows. Yellows are really tough. Megan's looking to pot this, open up the one on the right hand side, but it still leaves. Oh, she played a great shot. Didn't even see it. So opens the yellows up now. Still got a bit of a problem with that one at the top, but it's much better than where it was originally when they had that ball over the bag. So you can just pot this now and try and screw it back a couple of inches. Oh, she missed the pot. Stop. Okay, so the good news is, she's obviously left that yellow there now, so they have got a bit of work to do with that red at the top. They're looking at potentially playing a double. So Liam's going to pot this one now past the yellow and literally then just play the double on that one over on the left hand side. Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. I mean, Liam's looking at Dan like, why aren't you looking at this double straight away? Dan's thinking, I want to pot this nice easy one in the middle. Yes, Liam has talked you into it though. You strain up a bit on these tables, so yeah, it's potty, good pot. He's going to be leaving Dan a difficult black now because I don't think there's any way of getting the red down, the white down to this bottom end of the pocket. So as Liam's pointing there, he's going to end up somewhere close to, brown spottish. He's played that well. As I said earlier, I'm going to put my neck on the block here. These are the kind of pots that are bread and butter for Dan. He's such a good cueist. I'm going to put my neck on the block and say he's going to get it. There you go. Yeah, good finish. So first frame goes to Dan and Liam. Means now that they've got to win the next 5 frames. So becoming more and more of a difficult task every time they tick a frame over here. So it's critical for the ladies to go on the board as soon as possible. Interesting that Dan broke those first set of balls there. You would have thought Liam might have broke them. Obviously, out the 2 of them, he's probably got the bigger break. Not by much because Dan's got a big break himself. But you would have assumed that he would have potentially, let Liam have a go. He got a golden break in one of his last frames. So it would have been nice for him to see him have another go at them. Well, we will do in this match. We'll see him have another go at it at some point. Yeah, interesting that Rachel's got the break here. So again, I would have thought Megan would have probably the bigger break out of the 2 of them. But she's put Rachel to go. Come on then, ladies. Let's make this a game. Yeah, big break. Don't think she's potted the ball. No, she's unlucky there. They broke so well again as well. I mean, those reds are just unmissable. You know, he's going to play this first ball now, pop the one in the middle, screw over. Yeah, Liam's just mapped out the whole route for you there, so you don't need me on comms. He's just told you exactly what he's going to do. I think I'll take the one over the hole next. Yeah, because Liam's mapped too many shots ahead there. He deserved that. I think he'll still get the finish in the sort of the way they wanted. He's going to have to play the one in the middle next, though. That's why I didn't like the shot that Dan was playing. I think I would have took the one over the hole. I just think it would the red that's in the middle of the table, the one that's below the brown spot, is probably the most awkward ball. Well, he's on it now. The way they went this way, I would have potted the one over the middle and sort of tried to screw it to where he is now. All on this shot now, he just needs to be straight. Oh, he's overhit it. Oh, might be able to pinch this into the bottom left-hand bag. He's looking to chop it in and use the yellow to hold for the red. He needs to catch it half ball. I think he's sort of showing you there the shot that he's trying to play. I think again, just make sure you make the pot here. You know, that's the critical part of this. You don't want to try and miss the pot trying to make the connection, which is again, I think, what he's done a little bit. So Megan to go. They need to somehow play a loss of turn with that one over the hole. I'm not really too sure how they go about doing that, because you don't want to take loads of balls off the table to do it. Oh, shit, no man's land. Yeah, that's probably going to have to play the snooker here. Yeah. It's a tough shot now. It's a tough shot. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Megan's tallying it there, but I'm not sure Rach is over enamoured with this shot. Let's see what happens. Oh, played it well. Don't know if that's what she played, but if it was, she played it really well. And I think they've left those two balls on the left to be a plant, so there's a good chance here now to get a frame on the board. I think you want to make sure you're on the plant next. Just don't end up on the one on the rail, because oh, okay. So I think she's still on the one in the middle. If she can punch it in and sort of get out to give Megan the potential to either play the plant if it still goes, or the one down the rail. I'm not sure the one down the rail does now go. But again, critical, don't miss the pot here trying to get the position. Critical part is make sure you make the pot. Yeah, she left this difficult plant now. Zach's just come in and put me right on the score because he says double points per frame. So it was 2 points for that first frame. Still doesn't change the fact that they need 5 frames to win the match from here. I'm not sure they're convinced this plant even goes, but they're going to have to play it. No, it's unlucky there. She might be an off. No, unlucky. This match is sort of just getting away from them a little bit now. Liam's played a average shot again. I can see Dan shaking his head there. Liam with his little smirk. Oh, he's missed that. Oh, he's played off the yellow. He's played a really good shot. Didn't even see that shot. Well, I don't know if he needed to play that shot, but he's got really well on the black. So, okay. So second frame goes to the guys from Players. Puts the score now at 28. not too sure how long's left, but it's a long way back now from here. I think what they should be doing now is just looking to try and get a few frames on the board to try and make the score look respectable, because up until the fourth match it was more than respectable. You know, it certainly got away the last probably half an hour, 40 minutes for them. And that's how quick these games can change, though. You know, you've got quality players on show here, and they can take these matches away from you very quickly. You know, but the dishes pool ladies haven't done themselves any disservice in this game. I'm sure there's other teams that are in this competition that aren't and won't be looking forward to playing these girls. So, and they've done themselves a massive favour today by how well they've played, and probably put some other teams under pressure when they play them also. Yeah, Liam's made a ball. Not really a nice layout. Not even sure what the first ball is here. Maybe able to play a plant at the top, bit of an offset plant. Maybe the plant and the yellows in the middle. He hasn't got anything nice, unless that red does go. He's looking at it now, but doesn't look from my angle like it goes. He might have to play the offset plant. He's got down playing it quick, so maybe it does go. Yeah, it just didn't look like it went. But like I say, you know, I'm sat here a mile away from the table. Maybe he did go. He's probably only got half a bag at best. I think it's critical now. These reds, they must go. Unless that yellow goes at the top. If it does, maybe go yellows. Looks like it goes, but no, I just think you could go reds there. I think, you know, you got a couple of red balls on the rail and you don't want to play them, but if that didn't go, which obviously it looked like it didn't, I think you just have to make sure you start potting a few balls and get yourself in the frame. I think this could be another frame here to Dan and Liam. Liam's giving the Luke there. These two having a bit of fun out here now. I'm not sure who's on this, and Liam has definitely given him the Luke. He's managed to pot it in the middle. Liam's probably pointing there, just give me a shot. Try and leave me on the ball you're playing on. Oh, push the black safe. I'm trying to see Liam's face. Yeah, little smirk there. Liam's tried to leave the angle here to undo his mess that he made for the last shot. Sure, Liam will give a sarcastic little good shot if he gets into this. Can you turn this over with a bit of side? I don't think you can. Yeah, Liam's giving the words as well. Come and watch this, ref. I'm going to be playing this shot even though I don't think it goes. Yeah, he's turned it over. It never went, and he knew as well it never went. I don't know if they're on the double now. Maybe it's the shot to play if you are on it. You could probably swerve around it and play the one on the side rail to lead the snooker, but that's probably no good, leaving the one cushion escape. Oh, she potted a great ball. She cues such a good ball, Megan. You know, really, really good single ball potter, and that's a big part of, you know, the game, to be able to pot those pressure balls. Really, really good pot there. If they can not pot this ball and just leave it stuck in there, I might be playing the snooker here. Yeah, because I just don't think she could get out there. I think I would have played the snooker there and just leave that ball, took the white into the corner. He got no swerve. He's probably got at least a 2 cushion escape minimum. And the way these cushions straighten up, it's so hard to judge that shot on here. I think she'll be playing the snooker. Yeah, she didn't play the pot there. She played the snooker. I think they'll be looking to go up and down here off the top rail, somewhere near the writing on the top. Liam's already pointing. Get that short mark off, Liam. Stop cheating. Yeah, I think this is one that I think Dan will get. You know, these up and downs are pretty comfortable really for the better players, and Dan's a good player, so let's see what he does. I'm a commentator curious on him to think. No, he's played it really well. Oh, it's unbelievable you can hit that on that angle coming down there and not pot it. You know, I know it wasn't directly over the bag, but to clip it and not pot it is pretty special. Just got to go for this now, Rachel. Just get down, pot the long one. If it goes, gives you a chance. There's no real value in trying to get a snooker. Just go down and pot the ball. Come on, Rachel. QE10. Oh, it's a great shot. Absolutely great shot. Yeah, see all the claps all around there. Game played in good spirit. That was an absolutely quality pot. Yeah, just Meg's telling her there, just try and get me on this as best you can. I think she left her a little bit straighter than she may have wanted. Oh, I'm not sure if that popped out there. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I think he did. Well, the players' boys are having all the luck here. Yeah, another frame to players. What's the score? 22-8. Yeah, they're giving it a little smirk there. Okay, we're still on a 30-second shot clock, so there's probably, a few minutes left to play. So I think it's now going to be, is it Liam's break? Not sure who broke first. Oh no, it's Megan's break. Liam broke last frame, didn't he? Yeah, good break. Good break. Not a great split. Probably if you look at them, red's maybe the balls, but you haven't really got a breakout for the one that's next to the yellow, but you can definitely double it. So I think that's what Megan will be looking at here, and Rachel, I think they'll be looking to try and leave a double on that one on the left-hand side rail. Yeah, just drop this one in now. Make sure you get high enough. Don't be short on this one. Yep, certainly not short. That's okay. That's okay. Meg sort of saying she wants to be a bit lower on that one, but I think she can still pot this now, come off the top rail. She may even pot the one at the bottom of the table here, get that out of the way. Because that does block the other red that's next to black going in that same bag. I think I might be looking to play that shot now. Yeah, she needs to get down a little bit. Oh, it's just a bit awkward. I'm not sure she can sort of land on the double now. I think they may be on the 15-second shot clock here as well, so there isn't much time to be talking. So, yeah, they are on the 15-second shot clock, so not much time now to be discussing these things. You have to play the first shot you see. She's left on the one in the middle here, possibly. If not, she can play a bad one here now into the top pocket. Getting close there, and 2 seconds to go. She's got a Q1 here. I don't think whatever happens here is going to be going for these balls next because it's so difficult. It's queued a great ball again there. She's just drifted away at the end a little bit, I think. But he'll be happy enough with getting the bag as well, because the next shot wasn't going to be ideal anyway. I think the one next to Blackie actually goes into the bottom left-hand pocket. Yeah, she's just clipped the yellow there. It's opened everything up now. Liam will just put, yeah, I think he's trying to leave an angle here so Dan can screw into that one on the side rail. Not sure here what the plan is. I think hits the red. Oh, he's played a great shot. Yeah, Liam's picked that out really well there, and Dan's, played the shot that Liam said, and it was a really good one. And then Liam's played that. Dan's just got to make sure he gets on this ball now. Nothing for short here. Nothing for short. He's just about got there. I think Liam can either pinch this or maybe half ball the red. He didn't want to kiss the black. I think he's okay. I think he can still chop this in. Don't think the black goes past the red. Yeah, played another good shot there. Leaves Liam a nice easy black. Yeah, it's another win there. So puts them 4-0 up in this match. Obviously with the double points, that's worth 8 points. This is what the ladies need to do. They needed to win 4-0. Score now being 24-8. And then at the moment, obviously with the additional point for the win, it's going to be 25-8 unless somebody can win another frame here. I'd love to see the ladies win this last one just to get themselves on the board, because I don't feel like they played that poorly to be 4-0 down in this match. So I hope they get a chance and get themselves on the board. So I think there's probably about 3 minutes left now, something like that. Maybe not even that. Probably enough time for one more frame. It's Dan to break, so be interested to see if he can get this black ball moving off the front ball break. Cues through the ball so well. He's got such a wide and long swing as well at this, so you can see how much power he gets in these. I think that was going directly off. Black didn't move. I think they were going reds here. They've got a good chance as well. All the reds have a bag. I think he's played directly on his bad ball next to the black. A little bit short. I think once he moves this one though, that red goes back in the same bag. So I think he'll be trying to swing it around here. This shot clock's going to game surely if he's not careful. Yeah, he's played that well. I think Liam should take the one next to black now. And then the one in middle next. A bit short on that. Could have been straight so he could run it straight through. Liam's telling him there he wants him just past straight again. That's gone two. Oh, that's perfect. Choices now for Liam. He'll probably just look to stun around the back of this. Yeah, he's just about got enough, and that's absolutely perfect. He can just literally stun this across now. Put another 2 points on the board. Oh, Dan. Liam loves the stare. I'm going to start calling it the Liam stare. There obviously can't be any time left here because they're just getting down here and potting balls. Liam's nearly beat her there to the back to the table. I think there must be seconds left on the match clock now. And Dan's going to use all of them up on this black. Try and chop it, is he, into the top bag? I try to take it off the yellow. Come on then, ladies, take these out now. Again, there can't be long left. Oh, Shover hit it. They're having fun out there, though, so it's all that matters. It's definitely not Dan's shot anyway. I don't know what he was running around for. Okay, that's the end of the match. Right, and guys, so I'll put that additional point on. That concludes the match. 25-8 to players. Good game, played in good spirits. Again, you know, the score looks very flattering for the players, guys. So big part of that match at the start. It was everybody's there to be taken, so probably the ladies were favourites at some points. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'll get Zach to post when the next match is on the website. So if you go on to Elite 8-Ball League, you'll see on there that the games will be on there because he's out just taking a few photos. Thanks for everyone for tuning in, and I will speak to you all on the next one. See you all later. Thank you.